Nagamaru!
It's the Star Wars Creature Cantina that you put together. Action figures each sold separately. You can make them move on revolving discs with the action lever. You can even make them fall.
Gotcha, Hammerhead! Got him. I told you not to follow me, Greedo. You owe us money, Han Solo. You're not going to collect this time. Wow, what a weird place.
Kenner's new Star Wars Creature Cantina. Action figures sold separately.
Are you guys doing pickups?
We are doing pickups. Do you have pickups, Z? Do you want to start?
I'm gonna stop my camera. I'm gonna turn around, just grab.
All right.
I'll let Sean grab some. I'll keep us occupied a few minutes.
All right. I know, but I like the Moon Knight like this on the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no means
Jesus.
I am like. I mean, no means
Jesus.
I am like complaining, but very happy for it. Another.
But
Did you guys not hear that?
This goes off the way. Oh.
No, dude, that was that.
Hey, who let Simon in this motherfucker?
Dude.
So everything wasn't muted, just my camera. But anyway,
Dude, bro, that was classic.
I didn't hear it, but I was talking.
Oh, bro.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
Real fucking high on drugs.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday night. The session was excellent, as you guys could see by the intro. You guys, that's just how it works sometimes, especially on Saturday nights. Saturday nights is just a hangout sesh where the sesh is like double time and it lasts the whole show. So we enjoy ourselves here tonight. I hope you guys are still enjoying yourselves. I got to go to fucking Phoenix Comic Con this weekend. I went Friday. I'm going to go again tomorrow. It was very interesting, man. The place is getting fucking massive. Like they're adding more and more buildings to it every year. It feels like it's just too fucking hot. We'll talk about that later. John went to the Elite Comics 11 show. He's going to talk about that. We already know Davis just killed the Kickstarter. I think that was evident, and it's fun to see, people continue to talk about it. And I think Davis said he was 230,000 on it by the time we started tonight, so that's pretty fucking dope.
Pretty dope. Pretty insane.
Yeah.
Way crazier than we thought it was even gonna end, let alone 4 days in.
I know.
I was hoping for like 80K. So for it to even 80K by the end of 4 to 15 days,
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's cool, and it's cool for comics as well, right? I know we've been talking about crowdfunding comics and how there's a lot of really good books coming out of crowdfunding platforms the last couple of years. I feel like more and more it's being keyed in on by, content creators and, apps and stuff for secondary market prices. We're starting to see that shit really jump on some of those old stuff, Mark's monsters, those original Kickstarters still hold value. There's tons of Kickstarters that people like Andy Tarasov's Pinup Apocalypse that started as a Kickstarter. We've got Sveta doing the Dreadful 3. We got Davis and Will doing Sweet Death. We've got, there's so many Kickstarters that have been really, really good. And I want to say this again. I say this every time. Make sure you guys are following James Kreider on IG. That dude has the knowledge with that stuff, and like major. Here's one of the things that I think that should happen. I've been reading the Comics Weekly magazine lately. There's a 3rd issue coming out this next. It's on F.O.C. We'll talk about it tonight. 3rd issue or 4th issue? I think it's the 4th issue. And the one thing that I thought to myself was like, man, I really feel like they need to go and get a group of people out there that really know the secondary market and what secondary market sales are hot, because I didn't see any Mark Spears in the hot artists. I didn't see them talking about monsters and, and I think that if they want to have like the whole like almost wizard feel, you got to have secondary market talk. Exactly. That's my little brother in the chat. He says, I miss the 90s era Wizard magazine. And that's what this Comics Weekly, the magazine thing is supposed to be doing. But here's the cool thing. It's fucking comic book sized, and they're being smart and they're allowing variants on it, right? So to me, all right, you already got part of the secondary market world. You're like, just add a little bit. Go get people like Mr. Longshort, go get people that like really study the secondary market, people like James Kreider on IG. And I think that'll happen at some point. More and more of those people will be reached out to, be like, hey, like, do you mind sending us something every week? And I wish Cover Price would do an article on there on the top 10 of the month. Cover Price should just say, hey, here's the aggregated secondary market price stuff that we normally put on our top 10. Here's a compilation of the top 10 of the month, and they should put it in that magazine. And I hope that, Adam, if you're listening to this, do it. Fuck yeah.
That'd be cool. Like a monthly. Do they publish a monthly top 10 already?
But that's a reason
that's
to
what I'm
do
saying.
it,
That'd be cool,
right?
Especially if it's exclusive to that. So that way it gives like a reason for people to check out, that specific comics, the magazine. So you get like a, it's kind of a win-win. They get an exclusive piece in a published book, and the published book gets something that isn't on the website. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. And so I think that's what's good for it. And you guys will see there's a nice little positive to that story coming up in F.O.C. this week, because we're going to go over F.O.C. as well. A lot of crazy stuff going in the world of drama. We'll hit the drama alert stuff here in a little bit, but I do want to talk about the cons first a little bit, because John, you did Elite 11, which sounded crazy, bro. I think I talked to Mazza. I talked to you. I think there was another person. And I just maybe Kevin Music Pub. I think it was Kevin.
Kevin was there.
Yeah. And it sounded like it was a really good con. It sounded like a lot of big boy books there, a lot of big boy items there, old school toys.
Way big.
Right?
way big. Yeah, there was some huge books there. The show is amazing. It has rapidly become probably one of the best comic shows in New York, after New York Comic Con. And as far as just for comics, that's all it is. There's nothing else there. It's just comics wall to wall. They don't overkill, how do you say, the special guests. It's just one per day. So like day 1, Saturday, they had Jim Steranko, and then day 2, they had Jim Lee. And last year, you had the actor from Daredevil that plays Kingpin. He was he was the big show, and all of them get a fantastic showing, a great turnout. Lots of that was my setup. I was right next to my LCS, which is the blue tarp you see there, Royal Collectibles, and and then everything that I had planned, that I promoted, went smooth. I told, I think I advertised anybody.
Rainbow Protector, I love that book.
Oh yeah, huge. It's hard to see in the picture, but I had some really awesome. I was giving away all of the Mark Spears Monster T-shirts.
Nice.
Mark had sent me a boatload of T-shirts from purchasing his live sales, and I just said, give me random sizes so I can give them out to anybody who buys your books at the show, and that worked out really great. Everybody super enjoyed.
It was big in there.
Yeah, they
Shout out to
love that's
Eggplant.
eggplant right there. Yeah,
Yeah, my boy
he bought an
Eggplant.
amazing. Yeah, he's in the chat. He bought an amazing book off of me, a Mark Spears book, 1 in 70. What was it? A one? Yeah, that metal. It's a 1 in 75 metal, which is number one, which is super tough. And but you know, everybody had a great time, and money was flying, man. Like people were not fucking around. I had people coming up to me like, "Do you have a Hulk one?" Like asking me for like really crazy shit, like right away the minute the show started on Saturday. Um, you know, everything I sold everything from Hulk 181, Spider-Man 129. Yeah, that's from Josh's comics. You
Oh,
know,
Aaron.
yeah,
Aaron from
yeah.
Josh's
You see,
Comics, right?
yeah, that's Aaron.
The
He's
No
got the no
FOMO
FOMO
shirt.
t-shirt
Look,
on.
he
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he
yeah,
is one of Stein's original nemesis.
yeah.
He's we always had
But
a Stein intro where it was Josh's Comics like introducing it. It was good.
yeah, he walked in my booth like after I sold like all those empty spots. I sold Hulk 181, Spider-Man 129, NYX3, New Minions 98. Like everything key was sold, you know, especially if it was priced a little, you know, and I tried to be a little on the fair market value and still giving deals beyond that, giving away a lot of books. You know, I gave kids away, gave kids the most adorable thing. A kid came up to me, he had to be around 7 or 8. He came looking for Teenage Turtle books, right? He goes in my box and he finds this exclusive that sells for like $40, and he gives me he has a balled up like $2 in his hand. So I just said, what are you looking for? And he's turtles, and so he says, "Is this enough?" I said, "Absolutely." I said, "You can not only keep your money, but you can keep the book." And then his father came over. I said, "Look, do I have your permission to give your son this book for free?" You know, and he's looking at the price. He's like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Absolutely, man." It turns out, you know, the father was so thrilled that he said, "Kate, can I get a picture with you and my son, and I'll throw it up on my social media?" He said, "That's amazing, you giving my son that book." I said, "No." I said, "Listen, these kids, you know, they need to have great experiences at this show. You know, I would hate to see that the kid didn't get what he wanted or didn't go home with something that, you know, when I was a kid and I got a book like that, that meant the world to me. I had that
Yeah.
book until it fell apart, or you know, or you take care of it. You know."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the show was amazing, man. Everybody there had the right attitude and came in, like I said, not fucking around. They came in there to buy books. All the dealers there were great. That's my LCS right there. That's Mike Royal Collectibles, and yeah, he did well. Everybody, I don't think I know one or two people were saying in like chats that oh, I heard it wasn't this and that. I'm like, dude, I said, I don't know who you're talking to. The show was fantastic. Jim Lee was awesome. You know, he's not one of these cocky guys. You know, he was sitting there talking to people. He was doing some sketches. You know, whatever it is he can do. You know, within the time frame that he had. You know, he was doing whatever he could. Um, and man, he signs like lightning. Like they had a table there, like you can see
And
there.
his signature is so good, but it's meant to be like so quick because it's kind of
yeah. He did that entire, like you see, he's starting there, and then there was this crazy long table with all those yellow cutouts in the books. He went down the line, man. I never seen anybody sign so fast before. And all the signatures were great. You know, like they looked really cool.
He's done it once or twice.
Oh, absolutely.
How was the line there? Was the line just packed and not moving? Was it moving well but packed?
For Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, he's look, that's just a part of it, man. His lines were stacked, but it was moving really good. They ran it really awesome. They also, I think they gave out numbers to people, so you didn't have to stay online. Like they told like the first whatever, like 30 people, like stay online because he's gonna move along. But like people who had like ticket number, 70, they said, look, go around the show, enjoy the show. We'll call and they were calling on the loudspeaker the next wave of numbers, so people came back to the line. Yeah, it was awesome. That's how it should be. Yeah, it should definitely. But obviously, if you're doing it in a con where you can actually communicate with people on a loudspeaker like that, obviously you can't do that. Yeah, it's not going to work at San Diego or New York Comic Con. But a smaller show should definitely look into trying to do that. Like put in a sound system where you can at least start calling numbers. But again, it's more. They only had the one artist there, so it wasn't like there's an artist alley with 500 different writers and artists and all kinds of other talent there. it was just the one guy. So it's not like you're running around scrambling like, who's line to wait on. It was just the one guy. And Steranko killed it too. Steranko had an amazing turnout. People were there. He's a living legend, bro. How long is he going to be around for? So
I've seen the ticket system work in a bigger con too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like where it was Mark Hamill signing at Dallas Fan Expo 1 year. And so
Yeah.
basically you just had to get a ticket at the very beginning
Yeah.
of the show. And
Yeah.
then based on your last 3 digits or whatever,
Yeah.
they're like, we're taking numbers 1 through, whatever,
Yeah.
like 300 and something. And then people would just go periodically to see if their number was fall into the gaps.
I think they maybe did that for Scott at New York this year. Maybe I could be wrong.
And it's funny because at one point there were so many people grouped near Jim Lee's area because, of course, even the people told not to stay, they still had to watch and go out and take pictures. So I grabbed a stack full of my Jim Lee books in my boxes, and I go in the middle of the crowd, and I'm like the guy throwing peanuts in the baseball stadium, like I'm selling, blowing out Jim Lee covers for giving huge deals. I was just like, I just want to get rid of them. So everybody's like, what do you got? What do you got? And so I sold a boatload of Jim Lee covers doing it like that. Because I was like, obviously you can't wait for them to come to you. Most people were nervous about being away from the line. So I said, let me just take all of it to them. And I grabbed like 2 handfuls of books. And somebody caught a funny picture of me, like holding up books in the air. And I look like a vendor at a ballpark. Yeah.
Jim Lee books for sale.
Jim Lee here.
That's cool though. Damn, those Steranko sketches were good. That guy, he has not lost a step. Those were great. Those are classic looking.
And he still can tell stories like you wouldn't believe, man. Like he can talk for hours, and he's all there. Like he still talks great about like he remembers old stories. And
if you ever get a chance to go talk to Steranko at a con, and if he's at a con and you're there, you'll have a chance. Just go up to his booth. There's usually somebody there, but sometimes you'll catch him when he's not. But if you go up there and just stand there, he'll eventually say, ask him about Bob Kane. That's all you have to say. Hey, what's this I hear about you and Bob Kane? Or what do you think about Bob Kane? It'll be one of the best stories you've ever heard in your life, man. I'll just say that. So, but that's good, bro. That's good. So it was a good sale for everybody at the con. All the retailers said they did well.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know what people did. I didn't hear anything bad though. Like I didn't hear numbers. Everybody told me, man, I did really everything was great. The show was great. He's a really cool. I forget his name, but he usually sells some amazing art. That guy.
Phil.
Phil.
Yeah.
I guess
We know Phil very well over here. Phil is the old school flip side
super
guy.
nice guy.
Yeah,
super nice guy though. Every time I see him at a show, I always stop to say hello because he's always a pleasant guy to talk to, and he's got nice stuff.
He goes everywhere, man.
I guess Clutch saved his ass this week somehow. Let me find it right here. He says, Big Clutch is my savior. I almost made a big buying mistake yesterday. He dropped everything after he got off the road when I texted him what was presented to me for a purchase. I'm not very well versed in all things with modern age right now, so I've been focusing more on the vintage area for comics, but Sean gave me a very professional and expert opinion. Support my guy and give him a follow. We might have to call him the great beard of comic knowledge. No, I'll tell you what Sean is. Sean is the unicorn. Sean is the fucking unicorn. There's nobody you'll ever meet like that dude.
It's already his nickname. His Big Clutch.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna make a shirt for Beyond Wednesdays. One of the Beyond Wednesdays shirt is gonna have to do with Clutch. It's gonna say WWC do, or what WWCD. What would Clutch do? You know what I mean? Because he's that guy, and he knows a lot, and he's very. You know what? Here's another thing about Clutch, and I learned this. I had a conversation with somebody this weekend and kind of talked about this. I get a lot of talks about the podcast and stuff over the weekend, which is fun. It's always fun whenever we go to cons and we get to talk about the content and stuff. But one of the questions was like, what's the hardest thing like to do, or what, you know, what's the tough things to do with doing content? And I thought about it for a while, and to me, the hardest fucking thing to do after doing like shit for a long time, and you know, speaking of Flipside all the way back to the Flipside days, is to not always have to sound like you know everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna hear about, I know about every fucking book you can think of, and I know stories about them, but like I'm not gonna be able to fucking talk. You know, like the story is the person telling about the book, right? And that's that was the hard part for me at first, you know, to kind of be like, okay, the you know, a lot of the people in the crowd don't know, the viewers don't know, and that's a hard thing to do, you know. So that was very interesting. And Clutch is one of those guys, and he's in the chat as we're glazing him up. He said he just barfed in his hat. He's one of those guys that fucking knows so much, and he's you know, he's not going to just jump in and you know, but when he needs to, he'll do it, and you'll know he knows his shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to Clutch.
If we say his name enough times, does he appear? Is that how it works?
Yeah,
so,
bro.
like, say like Clutch, Clutch.
Candyman, dude. So
yeah, and then there was a funny thing. A guy from the UK came up to my table, and he's friends with MJ, and he wanted to prank MJ from my table, and he says, you know, just tell him, I don't know. He gave him, I guess, a certain amount of limit to go get a book, and so some prank was made, and it was pretty funny. MJ's reaction, because he was like, I don't know what's going on. He says, why are you giving Heroes $200? You know, and yeah, and then I was showing him the pickup was like a $10 book, you know, which was hilarious. That was, you know, so he said, Heroes gave me this awesome book, which was like a $10 book for $200.
That's crazy. Shout out to Music Pub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Look at these sketches. Holy cow. That's a crazy
Music
sketch.
Pub was there, Eggplant. A lot of people follow the show that were there, you know. Yeah, that was another thing too. A lot of people were like hanging out,
Phil shows
talking
a
about
book.
the show.
He shows a book right here. Where is it? That I've been looking forever for. Right.
Boom.
There.
What's up, Joe?
You guys can probably pick it out. What up, Joe? It's that fucking G.I. Joe Transformers variant. That book's sick. He's got a 9.8.
Hey, Joe, how many of these books did you press?
This is Phil, Vintage Comics and Toys Phil.
Oh. I remember a few of those.
Did you press that Transformer Cobra one?
I may have.
Holy shit.
The Scud. That's a pretty nice Scud 196.
I don't think I pressed that one.
Is that book at the top left? Everyone's like want list, right? Isn't that Mike Mayhew?
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Back when Mike Mayhew stuff didn't look like it was super polished, you know. His stuff is so polished now.
That was my favorite time period of Mike Mayhew. Was
I agree.
All the 1 in 10 like horror covers like that he did on Marvel characters.
You mean before he became a documented douchebag? What's up,
I went to Corpus Christi Con today.
How was that, dude?
They had Darth Maul there. That was about it.
Ray Park, was he all fucking hammered? Or was he
man, every time we went to go check out his table, he wasn't there.
He was in the bathroom.
Yeah, probably. But
that's the Mike Mayhew.
Shout out to my my homeboy Aaron. He always said he was at MegaCon. I didn't see him at MegaCon, but he sells all these T-shirts and stuff. He gave me a fucking big ass box of books to press, so made the pickup and then me and my wife just got back from Scary Movie 3 or Scary Movie 6 or whatever. Like, don't fucking go see that, man. It's fucking terrible.
Really?
My wife. The only thing that made it fun was Larissa fucking drank some drink with THC in it or whatever. And she was high as shit, dude. Like, dude, like she was laughing like during the previews.
I'm sure she liked it way more than you.
And now she's asleep. So,
movie
Like
was
a
bad
baby?
though.
so the girls are spending the night with their uncle. So that's cool. I
Well,
got the house to myself, bro.
speaking of Mike Mayhew, we probably ought to get into the main part of the broadcast.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the into the
But let's get down to business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, drama alert to start off the show pretty early is kind of the norm now. I think.
Come on,
right?
I
Yeah,
heard you needed a goofy ass dude, so I showed up.
yeah. There you go, brother. There you go. Yee, what we forgot to talk about something last week that was very interesting. That we said we got to.
Hey, hold up. Hold up real quick. What the fuck is Adam doing here, dude? No, I'm just playing.
What's up,
So-
Mr. Hood?
What's going
so
on?
I went
Adam?
so I went to a small con, and like it was like this this I guess business area that sells a lot of TCG, and they're starting to get into other collectibles now. So they had like people like set up tables for comics. This is like a week after one of Houston's bigger cons, and I was like what. I missed out on that, so I might as well just go to the small like free show thing, see what's like how, see how many people are set up. Is it worth for me to set up there? What kind of dealers am I dealing with here? So I saw one dealer that had like pretty high end stuff, X-Men 1s, Batman 227s, like just standard keys that you would typically see. Well, I carried some books with me to like potentially trade or even potentially sell. So I offered, I showed the guy like what I had. So I had my Hulk 180. That's a, what was that, Joe? Like 5.5, right? Or something like that. And then a Marvel Premiere Mark Jewelers 6.0, right? So first Iron Fist. And then so I put those books up, and I was like, hey, I'm potentially interested in trading for this. So he offers me 60% of what was last sold on the book, right? And then I'm asking for a trade. Like, do you think that's a low ass percentage for him to offer, right? Like, I would understand if it was just like a cash offer, like for the books. And then he was trying to tell me also on top of that the Mark Jewelers insert only gives it like a 10% bump in value. So he was offering me like 500 in trade or something like that at the end of it all, when a Hulk 180 by itself sells for $500. And then he was trying to say, like,
bro. He pulled
and the Iron.
Say how much again? Yeah. How much?
So he offered 500 in trade. Like, I could trade those books for whatever he had for $500. And I was just like, kind of like, no, like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, I was like, yeah, like, it was nowhere close to like would be a reasonable offer. Like, not even like a cash offer either, right? Or am I tripping?
No,
No,
man.
you're not
I
tripping.
mean,
No.
no.
Okay.
And so, I mean, that's how they screw over a lot of people. But I mean, you got to know you're not going to get a good value at a show like that. Like, they're gonna like lowball you to take your good books and like, they're always going to get the better end of the deal. So like, you're always better off if you want to flip those books and is sell them on eBay,
Right, exactly. I mean, like, typically nowadays, like, I don't care about getting just cash for my items. Like, I rather trade up for something, right?
Yeah.
But then, like,
if you wanted to sell that Hulk 180, put it on auction, you'll get a better deal.
right, like, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But then, like, the Marvel Premiere one, that was kind of a weird one, right? First Iron Fist. But then he was trying to sit there and tell me, like, oh, this isn't a key either. I was like, you're telling me first
that was fucking stupid, because
I was like,
Mark Jewelers Yeah, some books it only adds maybe 10% more of the value, but when you have a Mark Jewelers on a key on a major character, like they're so fucking scarce, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, one hadn't sold in a while or whatever, and then I was just like, kind of like, I was like, we're nowhere close to like even being to like any kind of numbers.
Just
Like
put it up
even
on
even
eBay,
if it's
bro.
just like,
Put it up
yeah.
on eBay for a big number.
What were you
until
trying to
find
trade
you something
for?
else. Yeah.
I was just seeing if he was interested in what he would offer, and then I could, keep on dealing. But like, I just wanted to see what he would offer.
Did he have any good books?
He had some good books on the wall. That's why I was, trying to wheel and deal with him or whatever. But everything he had was like way over market value anyways, too, on top of that. So it was a lose-lose situation for me.
Yeah.
Is he gonna mark down his books like 80-60% of market value to to complete the trade? Like, he would want cash on top of that. It's like I'm gonna give him 2 major key books for something that I potentially might want, so it was just
No,
like
everybody marks up their shit. I was looking through some guy's back issues, and he had been there a couple of years last couple of years, and like I go, dude, like you still at COVID pricing? What the fuck, man? Like these books aren't even, it's not even close. You got books listed at $20 and you could buy it for $5. And he goes, well, buy it for $5. And I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, you could have asked him about consignment, huh? Speaking of consignment,
Yeah,
right?
I just watched the whole 50-minute video on this.
So, for those of you guys that don't know, updates on the whole Bricks and Minifigs thing, it's fucking blown up, man. And now it's become way bigger than collectibles, way bigger than content, creation. It went from being about collectibles to content creation to like now it's like legal drama, bro. Like everybody on YouTube is talking about this. Like shout out to Reckless Ben for taking one for the team. The dude got arrested over this whole thing. I'm sure he's probably got some type of lawsuit coming against the police in Oregon. So update, while trying to serve the Bricks and Minifigs guy, right? Is it the main franchise owner that they were trying to serve? And he said like he told the cops like, oh, the fucking the papers are fake, this and that. And all this is coming out because there was body cam footage that got released and they fucked up and they put out the unredacted body cam footage and they had it up for a little bit and they realized it and brought it down, but you can't do that on the internet. As soon as it's out, people got that thing, right?
It's out permanently.
So the body cam footage has basically been put all over the internet. Everybody's watching it. And basically what is going on is the cops, from the best way to put it, and listen, you guys, I'm going to be straight up. I'm going to be honest with you. I come from a place where I don't fucking trust police at all. I am the guy that like, yeah, fight for your rights to party and shit, but I ain't going to be at that protest because I don't want to be around cops, period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust them. And it's another reason in this video why not to trust cops, because the cops look like they're trying to like they don't even read the paper to realize it's real. And when they realize it's real, they've already told the guy, like been on the other guy's side, and they get the guy arrested. They get Reckless Ben arrested for trespassing. They get the other kid arrested. And it looked really stupid. And then when the body cam footage came out, everybody saw it. And so basically what's going on now is because of all this, the Bricks and Minifigs franchise, the big corporate group, has hit up the family of Brian, what's his name? Mansell. So Brian Mansell is the guy that's sick, that had all the Star Wars toys, that, consigned it to the Bricks and Minifigs store. And basically there was an ownership change in the Bricks and Minifigs store, and the corporate of Bricks and Minifigs said, we don't do consignment. So they just kept the collection and started selling it and didn't give any of the money to the family. It was a $200,000 Star Wars collection. So anyways, after all this bullshit has gone on and it's just exploded, Bricks and Minifigs franchise or Bricks and Minifigs corporate has reached out to the owner of the collection and said, "Hey, we're willing to do whatever you want. Just let us know." Well, at least I guess they put out a social media post saying it, and then they fucking delete it. I don't get that. Why do they delete the shit all the time? You know, that doesn't make sense. They already know as soon as you put it out, it's out there, especially in a situation like this. Why delete the post? Because the post said, "We will ensure you are compensated for anything unaccounted for. We're ready when you are." And then they deleted the post. That's kind of weird. Right?
Probably someone higher up or a lawyer stepped in and said, "You cannot post this."
Probably a lawyer, because this is the CEO. Ammon McNeff is the guy's name.
I'm going to assume that someone from legal said, "Nah, you got to get that down now."
And then not only that is, yeah, it's probably a lawyer, but not only that, then they said, "We're fucking closing that store. We're cutting bait." Like they're straight cutting bait. This was their opportunity to cut bait, right? And they said, we're just gonna fix it quickly. Let's just close that store. Maybe change policy, whatever, that type of shit. So very interesting. So we'll see what happens with the cops and with all that other stuff. But that's the Bricks and Minifigs craziness. Have you guys been following it all? Have you guys? Because there's so much content about it. My brother said the one guy went on Shane Gillis's podcast. I think I saw about 3 or 4 other podcasts. I saw I
sent that to you as well, Brian. It was like a 50-minute video on a Teratat.
It's crazy, man. It's really interesting.
I've seen it. I haven't really been following it, but I keep on hearing it's more and more insane as you keep on peeling off layers and layers of the onion.
Yeah, as I watched that 50-minute video, I was just more and more in my 40 years, excuse me, of being in the collectible industry. I've never seen anything this fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But here's the other thing. I'll tell you what, it is good. It shows that you can't fuck around with YouTube anymore, man. YouTube is making some major moves in this world, and anybody can go onto YouTube. You know, this is a YouTube content creator. I get it. He's a big content creator, but you remember we were looking at his YouTube channel and all these videos, like 3.4 million views, 5 million views, 3 million views. And if this Reckless Ben YouTube guy didn't put out this thing, I don't know how much would have, nothing would have happened probably. I don't think there would have been, the guy getting his collectibles back and everything. Right? Which is dope. That's what we want to see. But it goes to ask, would you guys consign a collection to anybody right now?
Hells no.
Not at this particular moment. There's like maybe one store in Houston I would trust with a consignment, but that's about it. Maybe 2.
Yeah, man. Like,
I have a couple of my friends who I've known my entire adult life. If I don't have a pre-existing relationship with you, I'm not doing consignments at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or unless we build a relationship a long time and just like, hey, I can't make it to this show. Can you put this on the wall for me? And come up with a number that's fair for everyone, and boom. But even that, that type of shit, I want to start taking time with now too.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty interesting, man, what's going on in the world of comics right now and collectibles. There's a lot of money coming into it. You hear about $200,000 Lego collections, all that type of shit, there's a lot of fucking money in collectibles, dude. I mean, shit, just look at Davis, man, putting up a fucking Kickstarter and he gets $260,000 on it in how many hours? So we're all gonna be asking Davis for comic books. So
it's a good release, man.
Yeah,
we know who's buying lunch next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I need to be eating off your plates like I was at MegaCon.
Hey, that was good.
I completely forgot about that, dude.
That was classic.
Literally
bro.
eating like a little bit from everybody's dinners.
That was classic, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So the other part of Drama Alert Talk tonight is something very interesting. And, you know, we were talking about Mike Mayhew and everything. And he went on Rob Liefeld's Robservations podcast. By the way, the best fucking podcast about comics out there. And I did leave a comment on there, and I'm gonna say the comment before we get into the conversation.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I have to say, someone from that show must be listening because someone did turn down the volume, so it's because it's not peaking out like it used to be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So big shout out to that person.
So I said the GOAT continues to have the best comic book content on YouTube. Love him or hate him, this is the Mike Mayhew conversation people should have heard from the beginning. Instead of reacting to headlines, screenshots, or social media posts, we got to hear Mike explain himself in his own words. It's exactly why we wanted him on the industry show in the first place. The best conversations happen when people sit down, talk it out, and let the audience decide for themselves. After hearing this interview, I think a lot of people will at least better understand where Mike is coming from, even if they don't agree with every point he takes. And I think, to me, this is the main takeaway from this, because Mike gets on here and he gets humanized, and that's the important part of it. Like, you know, he sat there in the industry show and just let all these fucking texts fly, and you put the wrong inflection on the right syllable or however you say it, and it, you know, you take it in the way that you're feeling, not how they're feeling. And him going on this show was very interesting because, you know, you get to see him. It was kind of funny because they did a really good thing where they talked about Mike's Star Wars work before they got into anything, which was really cool because, again, it humanized Mike again. And we all love Star Wars, and we got to hear Mike talk about Star Wars. And it was two creators who probably have been, you know, feel a little bit the same way. I don't know. I think Rob would probably feel a lot different about the comic shop because he looks at the comic shop and like this holy place, I think.
Mhm.
And I think that was most of our problem in the first with Mike's response, initial response is that he was just shitting on comic shop owners and retailers. And it was just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you know, those are the guys that are gonna fight for you and you know, push your shit. And he's like, you don't have to do it anymore. I'll do it all myself. And ultimately what this thing also showed is the Whatnot angle, man. Holy cow, is Whatnot getting some major good what do they call it? Publicity. Thank you. Yeah.
Mm. But let me ask you a question though. Is it necessary though to go live with this whole idea of that he's saying that I don't need to go to Comic Cons? Oh, I don't need to do an exclusive with a middleman. You know, like is it necessary? Like, do you have to come out and say that? Can't you just do it quietly and still be beloved by the majority of the fans instead of killing now
That
a
was
huge
kind of
percent?
my initial like thought to it
Yeah.
was it's not that what he's saying is necessarily wrong. It's just wrong.
Right.
audience. Like he was like, that's a conversation that you have one-on-one with your artist buddies. Cause like certain people
Right.
feel a certain way. And I'm sure there's people that cater that what he's saying makes more sense for, and other artists where it doesn't make any sense. Kind of like on the post, Dan Panosian was commenting and saying he pretty much, I like going to them. I like doing it for these reasons that you didn't mention. And
Right.
then Mike's response was like, here's why you shouldn't do it. And it's like, okay, that's like the wrong audience. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he's saying he likes doing it. On the other hand, Mike Choi commented on it and was saying something about how it makes sense. It's like, that's a one. See, it feels like there's different. It's a one-on-one kind of conversation, and doing it publicly is where people are going to take it how they, you know,
Bro,
they
I've been trying to get on a call with Mike for a while, and we keep just getting caught in different timelines. And one of my things that I really wanted to do is I would love to get a bunch of artists on you know, different types of artists that are willing to have the panel type conversation and talk about this, the feelings around what the mic thing, the variant world, you know, all that angle, because I think what this has become, like, this isn't it feels a little bit like a creator versus a retailer thing. And I think that's just on like the outside, and it's like the little bit that hurts. But ultimately what this is about is old comics economy versus new comics economy, right? And what Mike's is essentially saying is like, why am I spending all these weekends at the cons and sharing profits with retailers, you know, or spending to have to, it's expensive to sit at a con. I don't know how many cons actually pay for your table anymore, when I can be building my audience directly to the customer on their phone or on their, you know, and that's the thing, right? As Brad said, like, that's what they'd rather go on Whatnot and sell their wares. Good for them, right? But I think ultimately what you also have to realize is that that's not for every artist. Not every artist can do that, and that's what the cons are great for. Those artists that can't do that, and just, I think you have to ultimately always say that. And a lot of people, I remember when Mike was in the chat, and Hudachko was being like, Mike, you started somewhere too. You know, like, that's the other thing.
Yeah, there's a ton of artists that, you know, we probably would have never heard of them unless it was because of their retailer exclusive cover that they did. And, you know, that grows their name, and, you know, sometimes it leads it on for them to get bigger jobs with, you know, either the big two or whatever indie publisher.
But Mike talked about, like, correct me if I'm wrong, he said about like taking 20 grand and then doing an exclusive, and then him being able to like double his money, triple his money, or whatever. But like some of these artists that are just coming up and trying to build their brand can't come up with that kind of money. You know what I mean? Like, at least not yet. So
or push their own product like that. You know, like, or the product, the name itself not being big enough yet.
Yeah.
To get, you know, 1,000 people on your Whatnot, that's going to go and wipe out all of your inventory with the minute you drop it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Mayhew's been around for a long time. It's like, if Mike Mayhew was just starting out, he wouldn't be able to sit on that high perch and say, this is how you do it and this is what you should do. Well, like, he got in that position by grinding and going to shows and doing, like, his first book was a Tops book. Bro, like, that's not even the big two at that time, you know? And then it took a while, but he's an established brand, so he can do that. So when you go out and tell artists that are just coming up, they're all like, whoa, maybe I'm selling myself short. No more cons. You know, I'm just going to sell on Whatnot. That's not, you got to build your brand.
I think it was just, and this is what it's obvious. I don't think it's obvious. It was just the way he came off. He comes off very came
off very heelish to me.
Yeah.
Like
I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Like, I haven't had a chance to listen to Rob's observations yet this week.
Well, you have to, Adam, because he goes into depth about.
Yeah,
he kind of doubles down on some. Listen, he made it clear and explained, and Rob gave him the right questions to basically let him, like Brian said, he humanized them by giving them a chance to talk and say his part without it being such an angry message, you know. But the problem is that a lot of it eventually, some of the things he says, he doubles down on kind of being a douche.
He talks about the passion tax and the gratitude tax stuff, and it's like,
it's not just that. When he refers to the hobby as when he puts it when he mentions scaling, and he starts saying, you know, like, I don't have to go to a Comic-Con and sit there and it's a waste of time because I'm losing money. He says I can be back at my desk making money. I don't have to deal with guys, you know, middlemen. And when you refer to middlemen, we're talking about guys who do the shock drops. Yeah, but I'm saying, but the guys who are very active doing the Whatnot live sales, eBay live sales.
But that's retailing now. So we should say what it is, because that's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. And what I mean is what James from Hive was trying to say is, well, how do you think your name got to where it is? It's because of us. And then just to sit there and say now, well, screw everybody. I don't need you guys. You're wasting my time and I'm losing money because of you and because of being at a con. And now he's saying he's putting his customers in the scaling system where it's like, hey, you know, every moment of the day is a chance for me to get richer
without
and richer.
Customers, there's no business, right? Ultimately, without customers, there's no business. And he kind of,
but if you, and if you shit on, let's say,
shit on the customers too. Yeah,
right. If you turn off a huge percentage of them, because now you got people actually making posts like I'm dumping all my Mayhews somewhere. Who gives a shit now? You know, like they don't even want it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fan of the art. I have quite a few of his covers, but I don't look at it the same anymore now because now I feel like I'm contributing towards the douchebag.
I would say, John, I would say this. Like, if I had a chance to ask Mike anything, I would ask him, do you think your work is better now than it used to be in the early 2000s?
Right.
Because I don't think it is. Yeah. I think there was a lot more passion and love for comic books in him back then. To me, everything seems quick and
polished.
But you
take it or leave it type of
we could pull up banger books from the early 2000s that he did and compare it to the stuff that he does now.
I'm going to be honest
not even
here.
Close.
Here's the other thing. Like, let's be honest. Let's be a little on. Like, Mike is a great artist, and we have to give him the respect he has. But a lot of people don't know who Mike is. A lot of people don't know Mike.
Right.
And
how dare you shame my shoe variant collection from Mike Mayhew?
Yeah. So like there is this real divide where, you know, fans see conventions as like community memories, personal connections, and meeting creators, and that's how fans see it. And how do art like creators or people that are at the con see it? Mike sees conventions as time, you know, money, travel, opportunity, cost.
It's all a loss to him.
Yeah.
Now, the way he described
did we even see how his whatnot went after this whole thing? Like if he had expanded views and
I don't know. I didn't see.
We should have, because me and Davis were talking about that like this was all a troll. Yeah, just to get his name out there. And it's to me, it looks like he was able to accomplish. He even got on the Rob Liefeld show, like, you know, and you were saying some people don't know who Mike Mayhew is. Well, this is a great way to kind of like get that name out there.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a question, since I haven't listened to it yet. Does he go into the explanation of why he started thinking this way of, you know, fuck comic stores, fuck comic cons, no more middlemen?
Adam, he's not exactly saying like fuck them.
Like there was a reason.
Right. This is just him saying I can make the money without, you know, getting a guy, let's say like Davis Ryder doing a drop on his Whatnot Live and pumping a book and saying, hey, we did an exclusive with Mike Mayhew and check, you know, we're doing, you know, whatever it is, Star Wars. And if Davis pumps it and drops it, at least, you know, he's got a huge following. So now people are aware of
he
who
can
Mike
do it
Mayhew
on his
is.
own. Ultimately, he's
saying,
the
I don't
retailer.
Need, right. I don't need to hand my exclusive or do it for 1,000 for Davis Ryder to go and turn it into 40,000. You know what I mean? He's saying I could do that myself. And now he's trying to convince the rest of the artists in the industry that, hey, you don't need these people and you don't need to be wasting your time at a Comic-Con.
So you know, we should ask Mike, is that what you want? You don't want people to go to a Comic-Con anymore? I mean, like, is that what you want? Like, do you want us all to kill ourselves?
Well,
like what the fuck do you want, bro? You know?
Dude, I'm telling you, ultimately, I really think it's about how the industry is changing. He really said that. I think at one point even he said something along the lines like, I have customers that will never even step foot in a comic store or a convention. Period. Never. You know, and that's a big deal.
I think he had good intentions, genuinely. I think that he was trying to put a message out there to fellow artists, helping them to take the power into their own hands and make books and be a retailer. But it takes a long time to build. It's not as black and white as that. But I do think that there was good intentions, at least.
But Davis, the thing that's weird about what you're saying is that Rob specifically asked him, is there some kind of a message or anything that would you go out there and contact artists or whatever and trying to put them on that program you're on? He goes, no. He said, I want to be the only one doing it. Like he says, if they want to do it, let them figure.
Maybe I'm
no,
giving
what
too
I'm
much
saying is
credit
you have to
then.
watch the interview.
Crazy.
It's weird. That's what I'm saying. It's weird, some of the things he says. And part of me wonders,
what was the point of all this then?
No. That Rob was trying to, like what Brian said, humanize him by letting them say things without, like when he was in Brian's chat, he was going nuts. He was just saying crazy shit. And it looked like he was a little more on the attack, and Brian was just like, hey, why don't you just jump on the show? It's easier to make.
If I was Rob,
to make your point.
I would want to. That's crazy.
I would want to straight up ask him, like along the lines of what you're saying, like, Mike, if every other creator followed your advice tomorrow, what happens to local comic shops and retailers?
What happens to the comic industry? Period. If comic stores go under and Comic Cons are vacant, then what happens to comic book industry? Period.
Well, in all honesty, I don't really think that it. If that were to happen tomorrow, I think there's like a month of bad everything.
Right.
And the problem is it honestly hurts the artist more, because one thing that he's not, it is interesting that he's saying that he said to Rob that he doesn't want other artists to do it, because I read that as him trying to help other artists. So that is interesting. The problem is 90% of artists are not equipped to do what he's doing. He's been around way longer. He has way more inventory. He has way more capital. He's got a following on there. He's been doing Whatnot for like 2 years plus, maybe longer. So it's like, you cannot just be an artist and then just, never mind, I'm pivoting. That doesn't work. So what would happen is every artist would try it. The majority of them would not have success, and then they would go back to the comic shops. So there'd be like a really rough month of shops and everything not having success. And then things would go back to how they were most likely. And a few artists would stay with it. But like, most artists can't just do what he was suggesting. There's a lot of levels to it. Like, yeah, you can. Ryan Otley doesn't have to go to conventions that he doesn't want to.
No.
Like, you think he doesn't know that? He doesn't. Like, he's not going because he thinks he has to. He's going because he wants to. Dan Panosian, he commented, he's going because he wants to. The artists that already could go do what he's suggesting, the Otleys and the Panosians, they know that. And they do their own variants. They do their own things. They've decided they want to. So it's like, who were you really catering to? Because the people who can't do what you're saying, like, they're not able to. And the people who can do what you're saying, I think there might be maybe a few of them haven't thought that out, but like, for the most part, they know that they don't have to go, and they're just deciding to. So
shout out to
it
Rye.
is kind of interesting.
With the $5 super chat, he says, "At Heroes, I'm in San Antonio, but that's a pretty sweet shirt." Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to Knicks fans.
Yeah.
All right. So
We're in trouble.
Here's another interesting, a couple interesting questions I want to talk about, because like, I don't think, and I think that how you kind of said his initial intentions weren't bad, but he just didn't think of how it was going to come off. Maybe he did. He just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't give a fuck.
Immediately defensive.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't. You can, again, Liefeld. They're first of all, they're two different entities, because Liefeld is I put him. He's a creator. He's created characters that are legendary from the ground up. He's an innovator. He's went from being a Marvel guy, went into Image, took risks. He built from the ground up. So it's two different people, because Mayhew is just, he's not a creator. He hasn't created anything. He's just an artist, So to try to convince other artists that to basically abandon ship with the Comic Cons and LCSs, and I get some of the points he's making. I'm not being ignorant about it. I know what he's doing, it makes sense for him financially. I'm not one to tell somebody, don't go out there and try to make the most money you can, but why do you have to be so vocal about alienating so many different parts of the industry?
I think that he's saying more creators should stop assuming that retailers are the only path to success. And what's funny about that is most people that are in this world of comics have been saying that for a long time now, for a long time, and I don't think he realizes that. But like, the problem is also like there we can see the ledge now of where that part of the business is heading. You know, because
I mean, one thing I will say too, most artists that are on that level that I'm talking about that already could do it, they are doing it. The John Boy's got his own website. Otley, when you go up, it's a Ryan Otley exclusive with the Ryan Otley logo.
Scotty Young,
like it's like the people that you're talking to are already doing that. The people that are smaller just simply can't do that. You can't be, you know what I mean? You can't be a smaller artist trying to make it and then drop 20 G's on a DC or Marvel project and then also get it in the hands of customer. Like it's just you're it's a fair point that like is just not as easy as you're kind of saying it is.
And then he really comes off douchebaggery because he underestimates how many people and how many people in the comic industry or collectors, retailers, everybody helped him get to where he is. And if he would have come off more as like, you know, humble and like that's going to gain him more fans rather than push a lot of people away. I've heard so many people say they're done with Mike Mayhew. I don't know how long that lasts. You know, people forget quickly in the comics world. But
the problem is, Brian, is people forget, but now the comic world has these shows, and a lot of collectors lean on the shows for information. And it's not like it was 10, 15 years ago when you didn't know who the hell any of you guys were. It's grown so rapid. Like I'm telling you, literally, and I think COVID helped a lot because it gave a lot of people time to sit at home and start looking what to do, you know, what to keep themselves entertained with, and started tuning into, because that's how I started watching you guys. And so it's not going to be that easy to forget when there's somebody constantly reporting what's going on and what they're seeing. And it's like you're asking me, hey, you just went to a con, what happened? Like I used to go to New York Comic Con. Mayhew was one of the guys that I always stopped at his table, and I always wanted to see what he was putting out and stuff, because he is a talented artist. I'm not going to deny that. But if this is now the shitty approach you're going to take now, especially if he's not even going to be at his table anymore, like who does he think he is? Alex Ross? You know, like Alex Ross can get away with that. Alex Ross can put up a booth in any show, never be there, and still make a killing at sales. I don't really know how that's going to work with a guy who's never created anything or who's never done anything. Liefeld does his own Whatnot lives and he kills it. But Liefeld is, like I said, he's a different Mark. Mark has been around for 20-something years and involved in comics, but only been on people's radar for the past couple of years because of Monsters. But the thing is that he's able to make his own exclusives and be very successful at it because he's a creator.
And
he's
helps created something. Book. Like that's
right.
The other
but I'm
thing.
just right. But I'm saying, but he's legit created something. Yeah. And he's made something his own, and it shot, it blew up right out right away. But Mayhew, he's just an artist that's doing Star Wars and all these other things. What if he pisses off Marvel and they say, hey, we don't want you using?
That's the thing. That's the other takeaway, dude. Because
a lot of bridges.
He's burning a lot of bridges, and he's looking like people you get a bad taste in your mouth about the guy. But here's the other thing. Like on that Whatnot angle, Whatnot is like, I can't believe the amount of stories and people and things over the last 2, 3, 4 months where it's like how much better Whatnot is doing. I think that at least in the comics world, the fucking Pokemon in the card world is still kind of a shit show. I love watching Whatnot crash outs all the time. I see less and less comic stuff on there and more Pokemon stuff on there. But I will say people are making a lot of money off of Whatnot, and I see a lot of people that are seeing that, talking about that, comic creators, all kinds of creators, sports players, stuff. There's musicians. I don't know if you guys have seen the whole thing. There's anyways, Whatnot has been really fucking good as of late, and there's a lot of where you could say, oh, this is, how do you look at that? That's negative publicity. Well, there's a lot of positive. If Mike Mayhew is telling everybody, listen, you could go and make whatever you can do it yourself on Whatnot, and it's that easy and it's available to you. You don't have to fucking go take a class for a year to figure out how to utilize it. It's super easy. eBay's coming up with the same type of thing, eBay Live. So, but you know, they're still in the beta. They're still figuring things out, both on the back end and the front end and the user end. You've got this new one coming out called Cuckoo. You've got all over the world where these live apps are being used for everything. Most people fucking have their groceries even delivered on an app these days, you know?
TikTok Live, TikTok Shop stuff.
Yep.
Is like changing lives. Yeah.
So it's straight up here, okay? Just like AI is straight up here and all that stuff, it is, we're going to have to realize that and look at the good things and figure out ways to make sure it stays more positive than it does negative. You know what I mean? Did you guys see, speaking of AI, did you guys see what Todd McFarlane said about AI in that podcast?
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. This is cool. I mean, I don't know if his take is cool, but I just love that he was so easy just to say what he said. It's just being Todd McFarlane.
AI, specifically in artistic spaces.
I don't get what why people are so worked up. I don't get it.
You don't get why people are upset about it?
Yeah. I don't, and here's why. Like, they're a tool. It's a tool. And we can break down this tool in a minute, and I will. But if we just look at it as an efficiency, it's a tool that's efficient. Every tool that's come along in the history of mankind put somebody out of business, right? Somebody along the line was selling a lot of buckboard wagons, and then somebody said, I'm going to invent a car. And then it's like, okay, why don't we worry? Why don't we cry for them, right? So then all of a sudden the word processor came up, and now they're selling less pencils, right? Because like, why? We don't need pencils anymore. We can just do it on here. Matter of fact, we don't even need paper. We can just do it on here and send it in digital. And we didn't cry for them, right? So there used to be VHSs, and then it went to DVDs, and now you can just stream it, right? The people who are making DVDs are out of business for the most part. 90% of them don't exist. Why?
And again, great, you know, here's what I'm hearing immediately. And when I first heard this, I'm like, Todd is a businessman. Todd has become a businessman. Like, which of course he should be, you know? Like, he's an artist first, we know that, but he's a businessman now, and he's thinking in a business mind. That's the first
I wish
thing.
people would give him more credit, because it seems like, I think that people are not giving him the credit of knowing that he's artist first, because people are all commenting, this is a bummer. And he goes on to say, it's a long clip, but I watched it, and he goes on to say something like, if he goes into the animation room and he asks for a few gun designs, you can have one person draw a couple in a few hours, or AI spit out 20 that you can pick, and then the artist can take and run with it. And I think that his point is getting like a little lost in people assuming that he meant that he's going to like take the AI version, just use that, and not that the artist is allowed to use it as a tool, because he even says, if you don't want to, then don't. So it's like, I wish people were giving him the credit that he's obviously artist first. He's obviously going to favor the artist first, but he's just saying it is there and will be used, so don't get as mad about it, kind of thing.
And this is
Which
interesting.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's just Todd is obviously artist first.
This is interesting,
and also
because
it's not going away. So
we're gonna get into the comments here in a second.
Why don't we cry for them? So if there's an efficiency, the problem with any new tool, is it can be used for both good and bad. So I can give you a hammer, and you can either build me a house, or you can bludgeon me over the head with it. Same tool, right? So I think what the people maybe at times are getting a little bit upset are that they're thinking that they're stealing artwork or something like that. But it's I swear to you, there's an efficiency there. We are just talking to a couple people in the animation. I still need to hire you, and I need you to do some gun designs for me. If you want to use that tool, you don't have to. If you're great, you don't have to. But if you want to use that tool, you can now give me 20 options. I need you to show me at the end of the day your weapons. You can give me 20 options, and I got 20 to look at, and I can pick the two best. If I leave it to you and you got to hand draw every single one of them and you don't got any kind of guidance, you're going to give me 3. And if all 3 of them are mediocre, I am stuck with mediocrity from you. But if you can give me 20 with a little bit of help, shoot, we're going to come up with a cool looking gun in the animation show we're doing or something like that. I don't like, our job is to put out the coolest stuff possible.
Boom. There it is right there, right? When this stuff becomes cooler than what an artist or what the community and the buying community, the public, the market likes or can tell the difference, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter, right? And that's the scary part. Shout out to Doc Joe. He says, I don't care if art is AI. I just want quality. I don't care where it comes from. And
Well, I still think at the end of the day, the artist should be the person putting together the thing that's put out. And I think that he's just making the argument that if they can be more efficient, and I'm, you know, I again, I don't know if I agree with the take necessarily, but I think that people are leaning in the comments a little too hard on. They're treating it like he's saying, I don't want to use artists, I want to use AI, and he had just said, I still got to hire you to do your job.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. And I think that's the only thing that I'm not, you know, taking any stance on his take, but I think that people are taking his take and going a weird direction.
I think that using it as a tool to get the best possible rendering for something is pretty valuable, right? Because I mean, at the end of the day, is the artist going to still do as long as he's still drawing it, but maybe he's using AI for a reference of how to draw it. And it, you know, when this interview was being done, it made me think of Mike Silvestri. He was telling a story about Michael Turner, and he critiqued Turner's art. He said, man, I wish your backdrop looked a little bit buildings. It just kind of looks weird. And he goes, why don't you use some of these pictures as references, like in these magazines? And he goes, oh, we can do that? And he goes, absolutely, you can do that. And then Mike Silvestri came back and saw the new rendering, and he was blown away, saying that it was the best backdrop he had ever seen. So I think that as long as you're using AI as reference in to make your art better, but not use AI to do your art, I think that's kind of like what I feel like Todd was talking about. I don't think Todd was talking about
what he was saying too. And I still kind of feel shades of disagreement there, where like, I don't know. It's a very touchy, complicated subject, but I do think that what you're saying is what he's saying too. I agree with you there for sure.
You could tell that he was careful on how he was phrasing it, right? Because he was always looking up and trying to figure out, like, how do I exactly want to, you know, bring across my point. At the same time, he's gonna really like reconsider what he's saying on this, because when he gets that API bill of how many tokens were used to create all those different AI images, he's gonna be like, all right, you know what?
That's funny, bro. So
excuse me, guys.
Go ahead,
Just
Adam.
Topic of AI for a second. How about someone who's a disabled creator using AI to be like their hands or their eyes or something?
I don't think there's a problem with that. I think that ultimately what people are saying is that as long as the creation is still made by somebody in a creative effort, I think the main point that most people are saying, obviously they don't want people to lose jobs, but if it's going to help a disabled person do anything, I don't think there's a problem with that. If a publisher is using AI to keep track of their entire lore and mythos so they don't mess up continuity, I'm cool with that, right? There is ways to utilize AI that I think I'm more okay with than others, and we're not going to stop it, period. So we got to figure out what we're cool with, and that'll change even. As we die off, the people that lived before AI, you know what I mean? That's going to change ultimately. So, and I think the reason I think that more and more is because you look at a lot of the comments and interesting observations, says Jonathan Glapion. Unfortunately,
underrated artist. He's so good.
Yeah. There is no getting around the theft part. That is not to mention the environmental concerns. I guess a government can consider a nuke a tool, that doesn't make it good for humanity. And that's
Good valid point.
not only just an artist, that's an artist who works on a Spawn book.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
I mean,
Jonathan
it's
Glapion.
it's a fair point.
Yes,
it's a fair point.
Very fair point.
And on the other side though too, it still works for the argument that it kind of works for both their arguments, because like the car was worse for the environment than the wagon. You know, like computer chips are worse for the environment than pencil. Well, I guess trees, but like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of works for both of their arguments, but he's got a very, very valid point that I can't disagree with.
They both do. It's just fascinating.
So,
well, you know,
like I just think people are attacking him so hard in the comments, and you got to give Todd more credit that he's clearly not saying I'm going to ship.
What about movies where they use special effects and things like that as a tool? But it's through the mind's eye of the creator when they're doing things digitally on the computer, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot of work involved in the CGI side versus just typing it into. Like, did you see that like thing that came up last week that was like, I'm like somebody on Twitter that was like, I made a movie and here's the first like 5 minutes with AI, and it was like they said they spent like a lot of money on like the different scripting and like all these different elements of like getting AI to do it, and it still looked so bad. Like they were like putting it out as like a brag, like check this out, this is like budget can be put to AI instead of CGI, and it was like everyone's like, I don't know, this is not the brag you think it is. This looks like terrible. So like I'm praying that CGI does not replace, or sorry, that AI does not replace CGI, because the AI's got a long way to go before it can keep up with.
Yeah, it's got a long way to go. Totally.
Oh yeah, long way.
You know, it's very interesting. So eventually, I really do want to try and put that panel together at some point, and I think more and more, like Jonathan Glapion just showed, Todd McFarlane just showed, Rob Liefeld on the all his social media stuff, Mike Choi on his social media stuff. More and more creators are getting more comfortable with being able to talk, right? And speak their opinions. And I would love to have a panel of artists and to ask them, some questions that usually, hey, what do you feel? What's the thoughts on process on this? What's the thoughts process on that? So maybe we'll make that happen one of these times.
Wait, before we move on, we did get a $5 super chat from Rye while you were stepped away.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, so he wrote. Oh, do you want to read it?
Yeah, I got it. His point is well taken, but in the long run, we won't end up with the less talented artists. But in the long run, won't we end up with less talented artists? That's a great question. Easy for him to say he is already a legendary artist. Great point, and that's a great question to ask. Like, not only the greats, but the new artists coming up, the new artists, like, are we going to get less talented artists, or are we...
Definitely is I mean, look what B. Jerome just said. If AI can't take a job from somebody, it's fine. Which I don't want to say it's fine, but like, it at the point where it starts taking jobs from people, that's where it's an immediate like, that's a problem in itself that trumps anything else, regardless of what's happening in the project. AI.
Well, here's the question.
Any artist, and
I don't want to get too deep into this, but the ultimate question is taking a job for somebody, but creating jobs, multiple other jobs. Like, there's so many ways to look at it, and as long as we're able to have conversations about it, that's the fucking key. That is the key right there.
And the key is not hiding it. If you're using it, you better be upfront about it. Don't be trying to be sneaky about it. And that's another thing. You got a lot of artists that are being sneaky about trying to use it. And it's
You got it. And speaking about being sneaky, holy cow, the scalper world and Pokemon is getting crazier and crazier. Target no longer sells to resellers. This ensures all guests have a fair opportunity to purchase products and helps us remain competitive. Purchases must be for personal use only. The quantity purchased should be reasonable use and for an average household. Wow.
How do they determine that?
Well, let me show you how they determine
they
that.
have a way?
Bro, this shit is crazy. Wait until you see this.
It's just like Japan. You have to take the Pokemon quiz before you buy product.
Oh,
no, just joking.
Pokemon quiz?
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny if they started doing.
So I saw at a Target, the manager of the Target was here we go. Look at this. Target manager slashing boxes to stop scalping. This is fucking nuts, dude. Check this out.
We've been having an issue with scalpers, and this is the direction I have been given to mitigate that issue.
Yeah, who gave them the direction, I guess? Is there corporate dude, really? Because I've heard otherwise from corporate.
Corporate tells you that it's by store basis.
So he asked, the customer asked, who gave you the direction to do this? And he said, corporate tells us it's by store basis, and that's their choice on how they want to do it.
And so that is what we're doing.
But what if we wanted to save it for the future?
Unfortunately, you've got to buy it somewhere else now.
So another customer asked, well, what if we want to buy one unslashed? Don't you have to sell, we're the customer? And the manager said, you'll have to go somewhere else to buy it then.
John, do you know what this reminds me of? Shoe retailers telling you that you have to destroy the box before you purchase the shoes.
I was just gonna say, do you remember that Nike drop that happened where it was mandatory to put the sneakers on to purchase them?
Yeah,
yeah. There was a Jordan 4 that dropped years ago, and the only way you can buy the sneaker was you had to wear them and walk out the store with them. Now you can take them off the minute you walk out the door, but part of the whole drop was you had to put them on in the store at the register and walk out with them. So
yeah,
it's
it's the exact same thing. Because they did the same thing with the Kobe 6 reverse Grinch, right? The orange ones. If you won that raffle to purchase it in store, some stores were requiring people to destroy the boxes before you even walked out with the shoes. It's same with the Powerpuff Girl.
Yeah, this guy in Target now, what is he doing? You said he was slashing the box?
Yeah, he's slashing the boxes with a razor blade, so they can't sell them as sealed, okay?
Okay, all right.
But here's the funny part about this. He asked the customers, he goes, do you guys want one? The guy said, nah, and the girl said, yeah, I'll take them. So,
so the guy was obviously there to resell them, and because that's
they
probably
both
why he brought
were.
up.
They both were, but you could tell even the girl was like, I'll take them anyways, because she still can probably make money off them, sell them as pack rips or something,
Yeah, if she's a whatnot seller and sells the individual packs anyways. Who knows if that box is slashed or whatever. So.
Yeah. Look at this, man. People fighting. Dude, these two guys fought at...
Oh, let's hear it.
This is
the vending machine. Wait, dude. I hate it when you do that. Play the video.
Stop.
Carlsbad, California.
Are you glitching this shit?
Yeah, isn't this shit illegal?
So basically, this guy is glitching the machine and to just sit there and clean it out. And there was people that came there to get some, and they're behind him. There's a couple people in line, and they caught him glitching. And they're like, stop glitching it, man. What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, it is. Tampering with the machine. You can't do that. What are you doing? You're getting posted everywhere, bud.
Already.
Good job. You gangbanger? You gonna look hard enough to be one, bro?
Yep.
Throwing up signs? You think you're cool?
That's not a gang sign, dumbass.
What you want to do?
What do you want to do? You want to get fucked?
Cool? What you gonna do, bro?
Get out of my...
So, just a quick...
He said want to get fucked?
He says some really fucking harsh shit in this, so be ready. Earmuffs for parents.
He wants to fuck him?
Yeah.
You want to kiss me?
Yeah, I want to kiss you, fucking fat.
What's up with you, bro?
Touch me again.
All on recording.
Earmuffs.
I ain't touching shit.
Bro.
You guys are white trash, bro.
You're white trash.
Bro, look at you. You look like you came out of trailer park.
Your fucking holes in your shirt, fucking nose, socks with Crocs. You're fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah, no. Either police are coming, okay? You're gone, bro. You ain't glitching there anymore. You're trying to steal everything out of here, bro?
Dude, stop touching me.
You're a piece of
Stop
shit.
fucking touching me.
Let's get the police here. Get out of here, bro.
Fucking stealing.
Dude, I would be so embarrassed. The ultimate thing to me for this is I would never even think about doing some bullshit like this, because in my mind I'd be like, dude, if somebody takes a video of me and it comes out and I look like this big of a douchebag on both sides, right? I'm like, oh my God, bro.
If I was his friend, I was like, hey, dude, you fuck other dudes or what, bro?
Right? Like, what are you doing?
Shit, not even
Stealing?
paying
What are
for
you
it.
talking
You're
about,
stealing
bitch?
all of it.
So anyway, they end up saying shit, but watch this. Here we go.
All the cops
I'm
on
not
this
doing
guy.
nothing. They're coming harassing me, bro.
I just saw you try to hit
I tried to tap the machine. Can I get it back?
Get the fuck out of here, you dumb fuck. Yeah, you're ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I'll take
Fuck
What do you
that
think
big-ass
you are?
pimple on your face.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cute as fuck. That's exactly what I am.
Cute as fuck.
Okay.
Yep, you are.
You're not.
He tried to
me.
put his card on the payment thing so that way this kid can't buy the Pokemon.
Here we go.
He just punched 3 people. Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up, bitch.
Fuck
Here
you
we
doing?
go. Don't call my fucking woman a bitch. It's on.
I call her
Stop.
a bitch. She's a bitch. What's up?
Stop.
Touch me.
Babe, stop.
Do it again. You think
Babe, stop. Stop.
Let's go.
This dude, look at this dude. That dude's like the hardcore drug addict. While the fight's going on, he's trying to grab everybody's fucking crack rocks that have fallen on the ground. He's over there trying to get into the Pokemon machine. Did you guys see that, dude?
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
This dude, man,
Stop.
like, bro,
Guys,
keep your hands up, dude.
Stop it.
My favorite
I like how
comment.
they both don't
He
know. how
drops
to
his
fight.
hands. What are you
That's
doing,
like-
bro?
That's the best part. That they both don't know how to fight.
My
It's so
favorite
funny.
comment is from JC's Comics and Collectibles. He says, "Yell stop a few more times. That'll work."
Stop it. Can someone stop? Babe,
Step on his feet, bro.
Step on his feet. So yeah, so this is the world of Pokemon, but it gets even worse. Have you guys been following the fucking Jason Paige stuff? Jason Paige has been a drama alert story multiple times. If you guys don't know who this guy is, he's the guy that sang the Pokemon theme song. And he goes to all these card and comic shows and he scams kids. And he walks around and he tries to trade his autograph on cards to dealers. All the dealers just fuck with him. It's really weird, bro. It's really weird and he looks really bad, but this is probably the worst yet. Wait, sorry, not this one. Hold on. This one right here. Check this out. So, these kids buy a card from a dealer that the dealer gives them a chance, gives them this card. They take the card and they go to this Jason Paige guy's table or wherever he is, and Jason Paige goes, "Hey, why don't you trade me that card? I'll give you a."
I think the original clip is on that Boosters and Bangers page.
Yeah,
that's tagged, like a
right
full
here.
clip where he, like,
Yep, here you're 100% right. Where is it? Right
stretch that one up a little bit. The Gengar in the middle
right
there.
here. Yeah, here we go.
So you pulled this out of a $10 pack?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Out of the vending machine. He just said he was gonna buy.
Out of the vending machine.
Vending machine right there.
Whoa. All right, market on it is $4.40.
What percentage would you give me at trade?
You know what?
And this is cool because I don't follow this guy, but I've seen him in multiple things, and he seems like a cool cat. And you could tell he's trying to help kids like grow. He's like really cool with kids. And listen, man, you need the kids to be in this buying hobby. Like, what the fuck? Be cool to them. Like, or don't rip them off. You're gonna push them away.
For you, I give you 90%. I give you $400 straight.
Would you be able to give me 85% cash for it?
$375, 85% cash. More than that.
Big load or no
big. Oh my God, this kid's cooking me.
Yeah, 380.
He's a shrewd negotiator. I'll do $380 for you, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
Of course.
Let's go. I want money.
Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the show.
A few moments later.
Yeah,
I can take these.
So the kid came back. His little brother said the kid came back and wanted to trade 2 cards for his little brother. And the 2 cards he wanted to trade had $77 in trade value.
my money for it, so I want to know if that was a good deal.
Bought it for his brother. Very nice brother. Man.
Why are you trying to sell it then?
He has like what about this one? Ooh, which is this Gengar?
That is $150. Do you want to? I got the Gengar for a really good deal. I mean, do you want to just trade these 2 for the Gengar?
So the dealer just gave him $77 in trade value for a $150 card, right? To help, like he's just like, fuck it, I want to take it. I want to help this kid out. You know, that's fucking cool. You're watering a seed right there, you guys. Not only are you being a good dude and not a douchebag, you're helping the hobby and you're making the kid be like, oh hell yeah, man! Like I want to continue in this hobby.
Yeah.
How much do you say that one's like prices right
It's $150.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
2 hours later.
What did you trade Jason Paige for?
It's a graded sign card, but it's not real. Jason Paige.
No way. Wait. You traded the Gengar I gave you to Jason Paige?
Is that bad or good? I think you made a bad trade. Not real. Tell me, you think I should go back and do it?
So this dude trades him a fake fucking card. It's a card that they had made for some fake set, some Fugazi set, I guess. And I don't even know, is AGS a real grader?
Can't be.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
look legit.
AGS?
It's a fake
Yeah.
card in there.
So Jason Paige told the kids it's a 1 of 1 basically, and traded it for that $150 card.
The OG.
Yeah,
It's bad when you write the OG on your own signature.
Oh my gosh, bro, it's so cheesy.
You guys just traded Jason Paige for a fake card.
Yeah, he told us that. He said that it would be a better deal on our side.
He's a con artist.
Dominic, we gotta go back. I swear, if his booth's not there, I'm killing him.
So
You just said he was gonna
ultimately,
kill him.
check this shit out, bro. This shit's crazy.
Now, defamation of character. Not really sure what I've said that could be classified as defamation of character. I'm just simply stating the facts of what I know, and I'm just asking questions. I am not outright accusing Jason Paige of intentionally scamming these kids. Let's talk more about Ryan for a second. He is the one who apparently sells the cards at Jason Paige's table. This is something not all of you may know about me, but I'm in a rock band called Fame on Fire. I sing in that band. Jason Paige is an artist and a vendor, like myself. If my manager was at my table selling fake cards, scamming kids, I wouldn't be okay with it. I would fire him immediately. If I was Jason Paige, I would make a video and I would come out and say, I am so sorry that this happened. This is not a representation of my brand. This man is no longer associated with me. He is fired from being a part of the Jason Paige entity, whatever you want to call it.
So did Jason? I think what they're getting at, right? And tell me if I'm wrong here. Jason Paige saw this guy's video and blamed it on the fucking manager. Is that what he did? I hope that's not what he did.
Call it.
No, the manager came out and started talking shit and being like, Jason should sue you for defamation of character. Like the manager is the one talking shit, and like I don't think Jason Paige is like has done anything with this. I think it's just the manager guy.
Oh, even better.
Those kids their Gengar back. He could have easily come out and said that. Instead, Jason Paige hasn't done anything. He hasn't said anything. He's just posted a couple of videos, and now everyone is commenting on his video saying, give the Gengar back. Jason.
I love that about social media when like somebody gets called out for something and every single one of their posts just says like, you know, give the Gengar back, or, you know, pay the money that you owe them, you know, and it tags the person. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, and it's not even related to whatever video. Like,
yeah,
to
it's not even
disrupt-
related.
like,
It's just, they just floods it, dude. It's like, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Really simple for you to make this right. Just come out, blame your manager for selling the cards, say, I don't condone that type of behavior. That's not who I am. If we want to get a little speculative here, I don't believe it was his manager selling the cards. The kids came to my table and they said, Jason Paige sold us this card. I don't know why the little kids would lie. I don't think their intention was to ever blow up anything like this big or anything at all. But I do want to give Jason the opportunity to clear his name here. I will give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I don't think I should, especially with the stories that I've heard, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not here to try to ruin anybody's career. I think people should have authority over their career, but I also think that people make mistakes. Do I think this is a mistake?
Yeah, but this Jason Paige guy has been known as a douchebag for the last couple of years. I mean, we've talked about him multiple times.
Gotta be at least 4 or 5 years the first time I
Yeah,
heard about this.
he might have been the first documented douchebag, Adam. So
I think it's just a scam that got exposed. But that's just what I think, and I think that's what most of the internet thinks on this. And I do need to stress another thing on this topic. It was not Collecticon that was trying to ban me from Collecticon. It was Jason Paige and his team. Now,
see, and that gets even more ridiculous because now Jason Paige is probably like he's saying, not going to say anything and keeping his mouth shut, which is probably the smartest move. But to have like weird shit happen behind the scenes like that is even cheesier, like even worse. And I thought it was very interesting that, let me see if I can find this here. All these videos are coming out. Poor Jason Paige. Nobody in his line. You know what I mean? Even more videos are coming out, and this is the power of social media. You know, the card Jason Paige traded the kid for was a free card from AGS, and he told him it was a 1 of 1. You know, he's probably signed 100 of those. He charges $50 for a regular signature and $100 for a full name audio signature. They look the same, right? Almost, basically. It's absolutely crazy. And then let me see if I can find the one.
Who the fuck is Jason Paige?
He's the guy that sang the Pokemon theme song.
I
Hood.
wanna be the very best.
That's all he is. Isn't this crazy, bro?
So the only thing he's
Yeah,
known
he's
for
banked
is
off of that.
the Pokemon
Yeah.
theme song.
Yeah, check this out.
He's banked off of that for how many years now at this point?
There was somebody who was just collecting Gengars and doesn't know anything about the rest of the Pokemon world. I do have a lot of Gengar experiences on my table, though. I'm just saying, if you guys want to see.
Looks like a child molester, bro.
You know what's crazy though? I didn't realize that he's done like. I saw another interview completely separate to this, and this guy's a douche. So I'm not even like this isn't to like hype him up. I didn't realize he has sung for like in the 90s. He did like every fast
Circle
food
K,
commercial.
yeah, crazy
Yeah, he did
shit.
like everything. Like kind of wild. I didn't realize. Like I thought he was just the Pokemon guy. And he was riding off of that, but he did like every theme song in the 90s.
Yeah. Nuts,
But
dude.
still, he sucks.
Yeah, fucking really sucks. There was one final thing that I think I want to talk about for Drama Alert, unless you guys can think of anything. Oh, here's another thing that I want to talk about. So, bro, fucking Rad is on a tirade right now, man. He is letting fucking Hive and Hell Destroyer have it over the Quintana Berserker book. He's letting people he's letting the world know about this new thing where I guess James O'Barr will not sign any Jim or Brandon Lee stuff unless Brandon Lee's family, I guess, is getting permission. And I saw this. So this is what fucking Rad said. He goes, "Here's something to ponder. Miko Suyon Crow variant coming out. It's a Batman, absolute Batman homage. I don't know who it's through. Is it through a regular publisher or is it through Tidal Wave?
Big Time Collect. This is the actual Crow book. This is through Big Time Collectibles. I'll explain that in a second. But go on with what you're.
So James O'Barr will not sign the past ones where Miko used Brandon's likeness without permission from the estate. Will this be the same? Oh, and stop the bullshit homages to Absolute Batman. I'm sure this will sell out and go up on the secondary market as there's 400 trade tests and 300 Virgin from Big Time Collectibles available at Heroes Con. And I have seen...
Stop and then saying it'll sell out in seconds seems like they're not going to stop if they keep selling out in seconds. That's the reality.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Everywhere I look, when this topic is brought up, I see people saying, I have one signed by James O'Barr. I just got it signed this last week, you know?
So Big Time Collectibles, this is where I don't know fucking Rad. I don't know any of this, so I'm just adding information to it.
Yep.
Big Time Collectibles has an exclusive partnership with James O'Barr. They are the only ones that can use the likeness on the Sumerian. So Sumerian prints it's like a reprint of the original Dead Time.
Yeah, they bought the Crow IP. Is what I'm hearing.
So this is on that. So it is official. And James O'Barr partners with Big Time Collectibles, and so the only one that can use that likeness is Big Time Collectibles. Like they're the only ones that can put out exclusives with that likeness because they partner with James O'Barr.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So even if that was the case, maybe it was a case in the past before that, because their partnership happened like last year. So maybe that was a thing in the past, but now James O'Barr like sits with Big Time next to Miko at conventions. So
it sounds like he's not going to have a problem signing this book then.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say unless something's changed.
Unless
like I know
something's changed.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Like,
so I said it sounds like this isn't true. And shout out to fucking Rad. You guys know I love fucking Rad's knowledge and he has some of the craziest shit. He's so good at getting cool items at collections, and he's in a perfect place to get these cool items. So, and I get along with him. He sometimes gets on one every once in a while, and it's just like he is zoned in.
I just wish she listened to a little bit more punk rock,
Yeah, I know, right? So anyways, I said, sounds like this isn't true. And he goes, nope, he's not signing Crow books that have Lee's likeness without his state's consent. I said, I seen a bunch of peeps in the chat saying that they have signed books from him recently. No? And he goes, big time collectibles he will sign, but there are others he won't sign. Don't know where the line is. Probably have to hear from O'Barr himself. And that is a great comment right there. I would love to see what James O'Barr's comment on this is. You know what I mean?
Hey, I wanted to give the chat an opportunity to get this giveaway. So do we have a way to
yeah,
and I'll sign it, and I'll put a couple of remarks on there.
So everybody that's watching right now, as of right now, if you comment in the chat by the end of the show, or by the time Hood leaves for the night, we're gonna give this away. So make sure all you have to do is comment in the chat, and you guys can win the absolute bullshit #1 homage. So there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good shit.
Comment taco.
Yeah.
Comment taco. Yeah, put taco in there.
So it's gonna be
taco.
It's gonna be interesting where this all ends up, because that is something has been brought up before. Like it would be nice. I remember back when the whole tidal wave thing, drama was kind of hot and heavy. And one of the things that most people were cool with is, like, if tidal wave reached out to the person or the estate of the person, got the okay, and gave the estate some money, it felt like people would be okay with it. And so this is an interesting thing, and I would love to see what James O'Barr has to say on the end.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying though. That book is already, I can confirm without even having to check, is like that's printed. It's the Sumerian comic. BTC partners with James O'Barr. I don't know what James O'Barr's feeling of that comic is, but I know it's definitely on the actual Crow book officially, and like everything is above board with BTC and Sumerian's thing. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know his feelings on the Brandon Lee stuff. I'm assuming that if they have a partnership, he knows about it. But
and then before we end Drama Alert, are there any updates with Boston Card Hunter and CardJ?
That is a great thing. Listen, Boston Card Hunter needs to be held to the fire a little bit. Like if you're gonna make comments that somebody is making threats against your household, you need to have fucking proof for that, right? You got to have proof for that. That's a big thing to put out there. What's very interesting on this whole situation is, Boston Card Hunter put out that video that was very damning on somebody's reputation with no proof. And you guys know what I say about a reputation. Your reputation is everything in this industry, in comics, collectibles, just in life in general. You should have a lot of respect for somebody's reputation and your own as well. And to make this type of comment without proof and then to kind of like back off on it makes it look even worse. There needs to be a post put out that needs to be pinned to his account that says, I apologize for this, unless you have proof. And what's interesting is, I think I gotta go back and look, but I think Hartman might have been on the show around that time. So I'll check to see if he was on that show that night, and if he was, that's very interesting. You know what I mean? So, anyways, here's the other thing that's interesting about the whole thing with Cartier. Have you guys been following this Scott Erickson trial where he got he has to pay like $147 million to this trial? I think he was in a drunk driving accident where he killed 2 people. Wow. And he was one of the guys that through this whole Cartier West lawsuit thing with Perfect Game, the baseball group, and those cards that he never got paid for making for them, and that comedian guy, all that stuff is coming out where Scott Erickson was in very compromising situations. I'll just say that, with young baseball players. And this whole perfect game thing is starting to look very like maybe we need to have a little bit more of a microscope going on over there. You know what I mean? Don't fuck around when it comes to that shit. Yeah. So anyways, until there is proof that shows that Cartier has done anything, Cartier's my guy. You know what I mean? He don't get me wrong. He'll take some swings and misses in the chat every once in a while, comedically. I get that. But, he's trying to be funny and stuff. And he is a very talented custom card maker. He's done some really cool stuff. I've sent him Mojo. He would hit me up whenever he needed Mojo refractors to do his custom cards. So I would send him a ton of Mojo refractors because that used to be my bread and butter is Bowman first Mojos back in the day. So, but anyways, shout out to Cartier West. Go check out notpiggybanks.com, notpiggybanks.com to find out more information. This shit gets really deep, and piggy banks shilling their own stuff. Hartman shows evidence of it. And of shilling, true shilling, which looks like true shilling. I won't say if it's true or not. You go check out the evidence for yourself that he puts up. And it's a fun website too. He does a lot of these fun songs and all this stuff. So he's put a lot of time and effort into it because he's been wronged. And again, like I say all the time, until you're in those target crosshairs, you can say how you're going to react and how you're going to feel, but until it happens to you, I got to act like David Lee Roth, and we'll let him lead us out.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
All right, here we go, you guys. Okay, real quick, I forgot. I didn't even talk about Phoenix Comic Con. I want to talk about Phoenix Comic Con a little bit.
Did you see anybody there?
I did. I had a lot of fun. I did not see anybody that you would expect, and I wasn't worried about that in the slightest. But I did have a really good time. Surprisingly, usually Phoenix Comic Con kind of sucks for me, and this is the way I was explaining. I went and I was talking to my homie Chuck when I was there. Basically, sometimes when it's your hometown con and it's not as a big deal to you, and in Phoenix where it's 108 degrees during the con, it's in summertime. It's kind of like, man, I don't know, man. It's fucking hot out, dude. I know you're in air conditioning when you get there, but it has gotten so big now that you have to go across the street for in convention halls and all this crazy stuff. Shout out to my boy Chad Cave with the $20 super chat. He says, "What's a guy got to do around here to get some glaze?" All you got to do is drop a $20 super chat, just like you did, brother.
Chad Cave.
That's an
Chad
OG.
Cave in the chat.
So, basically, it's 108 degrees and it fucking sucks and it's hot out there. But here's something that I want to start doing more and more. There's a Phoenix crew out here of a bunch of guys in the chat and a bunch of homies, and I want to start, hanging out more with these guys and getting out a little bit more. Just because it's cool. I like hanging out with you guys. I got a chance to hang out with Doc, Phoenix Doc, Chuck, Chris Rupp, Ruben Nahara. It was a lot of fun, dude. It was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of people, and then basically, let me bring this up. We walked around the con for a while. The con is huge, bro. It's got like 7 different areas, right? There's like different levels of the convention center, and then there's different convention centers across the street. And dude, it's fucking huge. It's massive. So me and my homie Chuck walked around the exhibitor hall. We went and talked to Brian Polito. Shout out to my boy Brian. He's one of the goats in this industry. It was funny because he introduced me to the guy that helped him to create Coffin Launch, the crowdfunding platform, and it was good talking to him about that and about how like important that is right now, you know, and how smart Brian is, because like he's got his own crowdfunding platform with Coffin Launch, but he realized that, you know, with a big enough project, it's smart sometimes to utilize Kickstarter. And they just closed out the Evil Ernie Kickstarter, which let's take a quick look at that. What did that end with? And it was pretty amazing that they just closed this out the other day, and Brian has his own crowdfunding, $367,000 it ended at. So that's a big, really cool project. I mean, it's a momentous occasion. We already know about that, but they did such a good job. And Brian has his own crowdfunding platform. So he's a very smart businessman in how he does things. And he's lived a long, career and through the ups and downs. And he's very knowledgeable in what he wants with his business and his platforms and his IPs, which is very interesting. Davis, you're gonna have to start thinking that way. You know, you have an IP now, like you're gonna have to start thinking differently. And I think Brian Polito is one of those guys. And I straight up asked him, I said, you know, do you get a lot of people reaching out to you to talk about, you know, this stuff? Because I feel like you should. And if people were smart, they would reach out to people like Brian Polito that has built his own crowdfunding platform, if that's something that you want to do, or is, you know, has dealt with the ups and downs of how to protect IP and you know, how to create a fan base. Sworn Nation is amazing, and they're gonna rock with Brian and Fran and the crew over there at Coffin Comics no matter what. And that's a crazy cool thing to build. And if you're a creator in this world and you're just getting started, you know, it sounds like Brian Polito is available to reach out to. So that's my suggestion. So anyways, I went and bullshitted with him. He had this gorgeous Mike DeBalfo. I mean, he had a lot of really good covers we talked about last Tuesday. But he had this gorgeous Mike DeBalfo Lady Death. Let me see if I can find it while we're talking. But it was absolutely beautiful Lady Death cover from Mike DeBalfo for Phoenix Fan Fusion this year. And basically I bullshitted with him. I always try to stop by Brian's tables first when at any con he's at that I go to, just because he's the guy, right? You know, he's a Phoenix guy. Let me bring this up. This is the DeBalfo image. Look how beautiful this is, dude. And it's got that super cool, like texturized look that I always talk about, that pearlescent texture. It's fucking gnarly.
Stanley's asking about what your cosplay was for Phoenix Fan Fusion. Was it Stoner number 3?
A black
Stoner
shirt,
number 3 in the movie?
gray shorts, some New Balance. Dude, I'm an old man, dude. I go for comfort these days. You know what I mean? I don't fuck around.
Oh, I cut my lawn 2 hours ago. Cosplay? Is that what it was?
But there was a lot of cosplayers. It's funny because Chuck had never been to a Phoenix con. I don't think he's ever been to a con. And you know, Chuck was like, I was like, "This welcome to the nerdum oasis, bro." And he's like, "I see that." You know, he sees like this cosplay, all these furries and a hunt. Like when you're dressing up as Spider-Man or in a furry costume and it's 108 degrees out, you got some fucking respect. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, that's some dedication in there.
Fucking dedication, bro. Amen. So, anyways,
every now and then.
Yeah. So, my main goals was just to walk around. I try to walk around the exhibitor floor at least once at every con. So we walked around the exhibitor floor, made sure to stop and talk with Ruben. Shout out to Ruben Nahara, who is a dope creator. You know, he was writing this Caligera book that is super sweet, very, you know, you guys know me. I always talk about it. I love the Southwestern culture, Central American culture, and Ruben writes a lot about that. He's doing some cool shit. He's gonna be on at some point when he launches his Kickstarter, or I told him I want to get him on to talk about it, but he's a super cool creator. He's his brother's a pro skater. He's a former pro skater, just a cool dude. So he hung out. This is my boy Doc and my boy Chuck. It doesn't show Chris Rupp for some reason, but we went to this place called Blanco's, which is super dope little bar there, and had dinner. So shout out to Chris Rupp for hanging out with us, and Ruben and Doc and Chuck. It was a lot of fun. Just bullshitted, con stuff. That's the type of stuff that I love at a con. I love being able to, meet up in person, hang out with the homies, hang out with the friends, bullshit, break bread together, both figuratively and actually, you know what I mean? Like if everybody can make money and then actually go hang out and grub out and have a good time together. That is my favorite part of a con. And it was nice to do that here. So I want to try and meet up more with the Phoenix crew. Shout out to Doc, shout out to Chuck, shout out to Lord Zero. I know that Brian's Comic Garage is out here. I also saw Laura. We were hanging out at Blanco and at the bar, waiting for everybody to show up. And Laura came up behind me and gave me a hug, and it was good to see her. So I'm gonna go back tomorrow and just shoot the shit. It was funny because I love cannabis, so I was super stoned, and we walked by the fudge section. I'm like, oh motherfucker! I'm like, god damn it, bro. So me and Chuck made a deal that we're going back Sunday, and we got to get some fucking fudge, bro. So
well, make sure it's something that you can eat before you leave the con, because you don't want to go back out in that sun with 108 degrees.
Well, or
weather.
that, or grab it, but as you're leaving, so you can take it home. You know what I mean? That type of deal. So.
Yeah. Oh, and then someone was asking in the chat, like, what's the best kind of shoes you recommend? I recommend not wearing brand new shoes to a con ever.
Yes. Yes.
So something that's already broken in is going to be your ideal bet. So I would say like a running shoe of some sort that's comfortable. Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, what's your dog's name, Davis?
Max.
Max? What a great dog, man. Look at that.
Classic. Right, Max?
What was else I was going to... Oh.
Is his last name Power?
It's Maximus Prime.
Maximus Prime, that's
there you
badass,
go.
bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let me put these pictures out here. See if I can get these pictures going. Boom, 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 boom.
I picked up a couple of cool things at the Corpus Con.
Oh shit!
All right. So this is.
Which OA did you steal from some unknown dealer? Huh?
We'll get into pickups here in a second, but so one of the things that we did is we were when we were walking into the con, one of the things that my homie Chuck got me into is, you remember when those My Little Pony variants were coming out that were like Venomized My Little Pony variants? You remember those?
There's some crazy My Little Pony books.
All right. And my homie Chuck was like, he sent me one that was like super limited, right? It was like limited to, I don't know, like 75 or something. And it was super dope. And it was by this dude, Jacob the Bear. Hold on to that here in a second, Hood, because I'm gonna key in on you.
All right.
And this is the artist, Jacob. I think it was Jacob the Bear. I know it's the Bear, but and it was funny because we were walking in talking about this, and then the next thing you know, we go to Artist Alley, and there he is. The dude is chilling there. So shout out to him. And he had a couple of his variants there, which was cool. He did these dope He-Man and Skeletor books, and I think Chuck might bring some books back to have him sign. But that's synchronicity. You guys know how I love synchronicity. I feel like it follows us around here. So shout out to him. Sometime we'll hopefully have him on when he does his next Kickstarter or something to kind of help support him. This was at Blanco's. Chris Rupp, my homie Doc, and Chuck, and then me. And then Ruben joined us. Bro, this place was fire, dude. It had some of the best fajitas I've ever had. Had these chips that like they put this certain like seasoning on that was fucking amazing. Chips and salsa. I love, obviously out here in the Southwest, Mexican food is a staple. And this place, it's the first time I ever eaten there, was dope. And it had really good drinks. One of the bartenders accidentally accidentally threw away my I had a double Jameson and Coke, and he threw it, and it was about a third full still, and he threw it away, and he realized it, and he's like, I got you. And then, dude, he fucking filled this fucking thing heavy, so I had to eat a little extra. By the time we were done leaving here, dude, I was so fucking stuffed, but it was excellent. So very, very good. Go ahead, Yi.
Compared to the restaurant you took to me when you picked me up,
10 times better.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So, and we went to a pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. The place you took me to was like pretty good already. So
yeah,
if it's
right?
10 times better, like damn.
Yeah. So, and then Hood, you went to Corpus Christi Con, so we got to talk about, bro. That is dope. What is this, dude?
Is that not fire, bro?
That is.
Look at that, dude. So
That's
there's
hilarious.
this artist, Freddie Lopez Jr. Like he hasn't done a lot of mainstream stuff, but I told him I'd shout him out. I saw this and I said, man, I gotta fucking have that. I'm a huge Iron Man fan, so I thought that was pretty
so good.
dope rendering. So
That's hilarious.
shout out Freddie Lopez Jr.
Yeah. Did you pick up anything else?
You know me, some Liefeld covers and just obscure. I found an obscure McFarlane book.
How many Mayhew books did you pick up?
0.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
0.
So
you remember that character he created? It was
No.
no.
Lord Zero says Blanco is on the top 10 list here. Hell yeah. All right. Hood, make sure you let me know before you leave so we can do our giveaway. But I want to
Well, let's do it right now.
You want to do it right now? All right, here we
Yeah.
go. So show the giveaway, Hood. This is for the giveaway. You guys, make sure you type something in chat right now. You've got a couple seconds to type something in chat before we do the giveaway. This is absolute number one, or absolute bullshit number one. The homage, nice little homage. So there you go.
Yeah, and we can, since we're putting up this piece of shit, right? We can.
We got to put something really good in there, right? We got a dog hater and a book about the love of dogs. So, ladies and gentlemen, the
Yeah.
Beyond Wednesdays Feral
these
number
kinda go
21.
together.
Yep. Shout out to Tony Fleece, Tone Rodriguez, Trish Forstner, and Mark Spears for letting us pull that off. And big shout out to our boy Big Clutch for that amazing
Yeah, if it wasn't
thing.
for this, we wouldn't have gotten this.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah. Every accident has consequences. Every action has consequences. Amen, brother. So, all right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is...
And it can't be anybody from Canada, dude.
Oh, I was gonna laugh if it was Davis.
Okinawa Jarhead. You might be sending it to Japan, Hood. Hopefully you're not in Japan. If it's in Japan, well, I'll help with the
Shipping fee.
shipping. Yeah. So Okinawa Jarhead, let us know if you're here. If you that way you won. We know you won, and you're. Oh, here he is, NYC. Perfect, brother. Shout out to Okinawa Jarhead.
Man, I hate New York, bro.
Yeah. Go Knicks. Go Knicks, right? So
the
Okinawa
hard thing
Jarhead.
about that is that I became a Knicks fan because Spurs were losing, and so I know everything about the Knicks. I mean, like I remember talking to John. You watching the Knicks game? This was last year, and I was a huge. Then the Spurs started winning, and then I was like, man, this is so fucking hard to watch, man. You know?
Wait, isn't Okinawa its own country?
I don't think so. No.
I thought it
Okinawa is a
was.
prefect of Japan.
Mm.
So Jarhead, make sure you hit up Hood at Red Hood Comic on IG. There's two different. Obviously, there's probably 10 different Red Hoods, but at Red Hood Comic on IG. And if you can't get a hold of them, hit me up at Brian McClay on IG or Beyond Wednesdays YTC at gmail.com, and we'll get it done. You're the best, Hood. Love you, brother.
Yeah, hey, Knicks fans, like this is the way they're going to celebrate. They're going to get a brick and hit a guy in the head with it and go, "Yeah, I'm happy the Knicks won." And then they're going to bludgeon other people and burn people's houses down, right? Because they're just real happy that the Knicks won. Yeah, we have no electricity now. Yeah, we burnt this city to the ground. Yay,
Wait.
we're happy.
So are the social media posts like kind of accurate of how crazy New York is right now? Like I'm
What
asking
up,
Adam
John?
and John.
John, tell me what you told him before we got on the show
About?
about your working at the store and how crazy it's become.
Oh well, yeah, the cigar. Well, are you talking
Yeah,
about my
yeah,
cigar
yeah,
lounge?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been, listen, it's standing room only. People are going. I tell you what, it's really pulling people together in a positive way. I've never seen so many people like you. Like I went into the store to see if I can see what new T-shirts they were selling at Dick's Sporting Goods, and anybody walking around with anything Knicks, you just hear them right away shouting out like to each other, go Knicks, and or you could be in a store picking up or paying for gas or whatever, and people are just now just all in love with each other over the Knicks. So it's actually bringing everybody together, man. It's
Been
super
since what,
cool, man. And it's
1973 or 1970?
70 and 73 were the last two times they
Gotcha.
won a championship, and 1999 was the last time they were in the running for the finals, and this is 52 years of a drought, bro. This is this is huge.
Yeah.
This is and somebody was saying on the talk show earlier that New York Knicks are like the only basketball team in New York. Like nobody hardcore basketball fan in New York is really considers the Nets really New York. They're from New Jersey, even though they're in Brooklyn, which is cool, but the New York Knicks don't have a competitive fan base, meaning like the Yankees and the Mets or the Islanders and the Rangers. Like the Knicks are standalone, basketball team in New York.
Dude, the
it's-
Knicks, the fans bring it like fucking like soccer, dude. Like in
Yeah.
and
It's a cult following, bro.
dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like nuts.
In fact, when they win, right? Watch and see when you guys come to New York Comic Con this year. How fucking it's still gonna be, crazy, I think. There'll be a huge New York Knicks presence everywhere, no matter where you go. So
I just
and
hope
of course
they
you
don't
got
sweep them, man.
and of course
So
you
make
got
sure
the
that
fake fans.
wears. So when we go to New York Comic Con, make sure that wears like Spurs jerseys and hats and stuff like that while we're there.
You can try that. I don't know if you want to walk around.
It may work.
I mean,
Do you think they're gonna rush the court, bro?
No. You got that one idiot that streamer that did that. He took a video in San Antonio with was it Wemby and Mitchell?
He's banned for life, bro.
Yeah, and all NBA. Well, and
But
then, have you
he's got
seen
the
his footage?
coolest. He's got this coolest viral.
Have you seen his
I mean-
footage for it though? It was really
Yeah.
crappy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he didn't even get
Wemby
Wemby's
laughed
head in.
about it. Yeah,
He didn't even-
well, because he's 7 foot, whatever. Like the guy should have thought about that before he ran out there. But yeah, listen. I guess he thought he was like gonna get how do you say when these kids run out on the soccer field and try to get a picture with Messi or with Ronaldo? It's like cute when you're like like an 8-year-old kid, but this guy was a shithead 30-year-old guy, trying to.
I just
trying to
wish
get a video.
basketball wasn't fixed, though. You know what I mean?
I thought all
Listen.
sports were fixed.
Well, would you be saying that if the Spurs were up 2 zip?
It's fixed, no matter what.
I mean, they were obviously trying to sway the results of the game with their shitty calling in San Antonio. So
Hey, bro, like whoever bet on the Knicks games 1 and 2 made a lot of money, man.
Oh, bro, it was
They're big
crazy.
time underdogs,
That was very surprising to me how much money. And there's that new betting app that I've been seeing everybody talk about, that call sheet. It's crazy how betting has become such a big part of
You can bet on everything on that website.
Yes.
Keep getting ads for stuff that's like not even sport related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like political stuff and like just create literally anything.
Yep.
I bet the Spurs game 3 because I mean the money's going to be all.
All right,
on the
who wants to make the
Knicks.
$100 bet with me right now? I'm gonna call the gambling hotline, and if the person that answers is male or female, I have $100. It's gonna be a female.
The gambling hotline, they advertise in every gambling commercial if you have a problem from gambling.
Yeah, we'll call that number right now, and then whoever answers on the other end, I'm gonna say
can't
it's female.
Real quick, we're going to get into FOC real quick. Not every book. I just want to talk about a few, but I do want to shout out our sponsors of the channel. You guys go check out dynamicforces.com. Use the promo code Wednesday to get 10% off. Over at comicselite.com, you can use the promo code Beyond10 to get 10% off anything on the website. If you go to hivecomics.com, you can use the promo code Beyond10 to get 10% off. Also at KRS Comics, you guys, shout out to our homies over at KRS Comics, promo code Beyond10 to get 10% off over there. You know, we're trying to help you guys out a little bit here, get a little bit more of these promo codes for you guys to utilize at all of these shops. I know a lot of online retailers are starting to utilize the F.O.C. thing. I know Comic Tom just recently did a new F.O.C. thing. Bird City's doing an F.O.C. thing. Comics Elite is doing an F.O.C. thing. I think KRS might be doing an F.O.C. thing. So if you utilize any of those, you know, let us know, and we'll try to get maybe a promo code for you guys to use at those retailers if it's something that you want to hook up. I know Anthony and Laura at Bird City Comics did reach out to me and said that if you guys want to go utilize their FOC, there was I forget the promo code, but I think it might have been Beyond 10 over there, but I'll make sure with them what works best for you. But, you know, go show some love to our favorite retailers. You guys know we rock
Vegas won in double overtime, man.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go watch the show. I'm going to watch the game tonight. All right, so Economics and Comics, our boy Billy also does a really great FOC pre-order page. Go check out his page. I love the setup of his page. So he's always really on his FOC, and he does one of the best FOC videos each week. So go check out our boy Billy over at Economics and Comics. All right, here's some of the books I want to talk about. Batgirl number 21. Love the David Tulaski A covers. He's killing all these. Cassandra Cain's my favorite Batgirl. I haven't caught up on the series, but I need to. But I love the Tulaski covers. So yeah, shout out to. Good. There's also a Q cover on this one that's not too bad. Q is killing it. He put out an art book variant today that was fantastic. Here his Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman cover is one of the best. It's people are saying it could be cover of the year type category stuff. So I love that he's being a little bit softer and less muscular, but he still does the muscular stuff for the females. And we'll talk about another book he's got out this week as well. So shout out to Q. All right, here we go. Our boy Mark. This is the book I was talking about. This is Comics the Magazine. This is the book that is trying to almost do what Wizard was back in the day a little bit. That's their plan. The good thing about it is comic size, and they are doing cool variants. They did the very first cover of the Halloween trio. If you guys don't know, this is the new characters that are your storytellers for the Dreadful Three. This is the Halloween trio, the characters that Sveta created that are like fans. This is fans' favorite stuff from Sveta. Comics the Magazine did a variant cover with them. This is the first time they've ever showed up in a comic. So this could end up being something really cool. So big shout out. You know, we talked about them early on, how I think there is some changes they can make, but I got a lot of respect for Adam and the crew over there for pulling that off. Like, it takes some balls to do a new print type Wizard magazine when I truly feel that content is the new Wizard magazine, like, you know, Beyond Wednesdays, Ungraded Truth, Swaggle House, Mighty, you know, Long Story Short, Cover Price, you know, all this content stuff, multiple other ones out there. There's tons of great comic creators out there. But I feel truly like we are the new Wizard, and here we have Comics the Magazine coming in and trying to do something like that, which is very interesting. Well, they got Mark to do a cover for him, which is awesome. It's going to have Midnight Man and the Slayer on it. So I can't wait to see that. So good move on them. You know, it was one of the things that I was very surprised at when I got the first two issues and I didn't see Mark as top cover artist. At least he should have been top cover artist, if not one of the best, you know, one of the top creators in comics. I feel like, you know, out of if you're going to give 10 to 20 spots, you should probably have Mark in there, you know, over the last, you know, we'll say 20 months. So anyway, so that is number 5 that is on FOC this week. So check that out. We got another sweater weather cover. It's kind of funny because shout out to Doc, Phoenix Doc, who I hung out with at Phoenix Fan Fusion this weekend. He won the sweater weather House of Stein, the Stein Pack sweater weather one, and he's like, no offense to anybody out there, but this wasn't the book that I was going for. I go, bro, you don't realize it, but you have probably an $800 to $1,000 9.8 in your, because it's a CGC 9.8 of the Superman and Batman sweater weather variant, and you're gonna quadruple your money on that. Sell it. If you don't like, if it's not your cup of tea, sell it, and boom, you just $200 got you a $800 come up. So, but here's another one. This is just an F cover. This is not a ratio or anything. So
an F cover.
F cover, yeah. So it's $5.99. So could $5.99 turn into another $300 raw in 2 months? Who knows?
You said raw.
Visually impaired, bro. What book is that?
This is Batman number 11, cover F, the Chris Anka swimsuit variant, and it's
the F raw book.
F raw, yeah. There is a couple other good covers. There is a 1 in 25 Aja cover of that new character. So,
you know what? That book looks fucking cool,
right? 1 in 25. Character's name is Ojo. Remember we talked about her not too long ago. So cool new character. Good design.
I'll pick that up.
Yep. Black Cat number 12, Mirko Andolfo. This is the 1 in 25.
That's the fact.
Black Cat. And then there is a 1 in 50 Ejikuri. Yeah. Daredevil number 4, the Marvel Television variant. It's got a Marvel Television Kingpin style.
Wow, that's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is the Marvel Television, and that's all they're saying. There's also a 1 in 50 to be determined Magic the Gathering and the Sandoval 1 in 25. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. I don't know who that new character is, but I will say this. Stephanie Phillips. 2 Stephanies in the game right now, killing it. Stephanie Williams and Stephanie Phillips are on a tear. Stephanie Phillips with Daredevil, a couple other great books. I think she did She-Hulk not too long ago, maybe. But Stephanie Williams, I might be having a mix-up. But Stephanie Williams is doing what's she doing? She's doing. Let me double check on this. She was announced as a Eisner award this week. So here we go. Stephanie Williams. Let me see what books. Wonder Woman. She's doing Wonder Woman right now. So anyways, here we go. Speaking of Mark, Dead Man number 2 is on F.O.C. this week, and this is the cover. When we saw this for the first time, every single one of us was like, "Oh my god!" I love.
He
this
went
Dead
off.
Man.
Yeah, he went off on this book.
Yeah, this is the Dead Man I love right there. There's a couple of good variants for this. There is the Alex Ekman Lawn, which he's been killing it lately. That's really creepy. And then there is the Perillo, which it's great art, but it's not Dead Man. It's not the Dead Man that I like.
Looks like Revenge of Fester.
Almost looks like Powder, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. But there is this cover. This is a glow in the dark, and I love that they're doing a glow in the dark Dead Man again. If you guys remember, they did some really good glow in the dark covers with Dead Man over the years, and this is cool. This is by Stefan Subchik. So that's dope. Dead Man number 2. All right, Dungeons and Dragon Total Party Killers number 1. I love this cover. What's this character's name again? I always forget this character's name. This character is so badass. So creepy, that design. So that is the D cover. And check this out. 2 really interesting sketch cover designs this week. This is the blank character sheet. Cool. Yeah. For Dungeons and Dragons by Dark Horse. Right? That's kind of cool.
Idea.
It's different. The character's name is the Beholder. Thank you, Blue Green and Juice or Suck. That great character. Love the design of that character. But this is very cool. Blank sketch variant design style. I like when they do these differently. There's 2 of them this week that do things very cool. This is Dungeons and Dragons Total Power Killers #1, the E cover, and then this one is Adventure Time Quadruple Feature #1, the C cover, a celluloid blank cover.
Ooh, nice.
Right? It kind of looks like a film, scroll. What do they call it? A film roll.
Yeah, it's cool.
Gambit Wanted #1 has a ton of great variants. Hopefully this foil variant pops. This is the Chris Anka foil variant. Look how beautiful that's. Like, I could just see if this pops, it will be awesome. So that's cool. But bro, look at this is the art germ.
God,
That's pretty good.
That's
right?
very good. Mm-hmm.
1 in 100 of that. But look at the Yasmin Putri.
That's cool. It's cool having those 2 go head to head.
Yeah. So Bullseye and Gambit. There's a Wanted cover by Phil Noto. If they would have made it look old Western, it would have been much cooler. This next one, I've always loved this character. I know people calling it like what the fuck, but it's Jeff. We got the new Septipus, which is hilarious. This is Simbi. It's a new series coming out. It's called It's Simbi. This is #1. This is the Paco Medina variant.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then there's a couple.
Fucking cool.
This is the 1 in 25 Sergio Fernandez.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Right?
God
This character is cool, right? There is a Logan.
I'm curious how many retailers are going to do, because I saw this on the list a couple months ago and they sent it out, and I was like, damn, I kind of want to do a Simbi variant. But then I was like, I don't know if people are going to buy a Simbi variant, and I'm curious how many other people ended up pulling the trigger.
See, that's not too bad right there.
Right?
That's yeah.
It could be expensive too. That feels like a book that,
Mhm.
like, 5 years from now, could be like, oh,
Yeah.
nobody got that book. That book's expensive now to Ghost.
Yep. And this is the animation one. I like that one probably the best so far. This is the main cover. Looks like could be maybe a wraparound. The main covers, yeah. So
that's probably my least favorite, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. The main cover is my least favorite, probably. I agree. Poison Ivy 46. You got this is the second Q cover of the night that I really like. I love how creepy it is with the hands behind her. And he's been doing this like women's suit variants lately with Poison Ivy.
It's like a fashion thing. Yeah. I think he's into fashion.
Yeah. But how
I
creepy
have been
is
working
it?
on a Sweet Death that I'm very excited to see.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. So this is the C cover for Q. There's a new, not a Nubovich, Manny Vincent Carbonilla, who we talked about the other night.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so maybe the suit thing is just part of the run, I would guess.
I think it is.
So it's
But
not
there
tied
is
to
a
content.
swimsuit variant by Mohammed Azrar. So don't worry. All you
Kinda
Poison
cool.
Ivy fans, you do got at least that. And then this Nubovich is fantastic. Nubovich is so good.
Oh, shit.
my God.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
And then this is the main cover. That is really good.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks cool.
That is by Jessica Fong. I love the puppeteer play. I always love those type of covers. Savage Dragon number 280, Brett Booth. So fucking good, man. This almost reminds me of Jim Lee, right? A little bit of Jim Lee. Like, I don't know why, but
Yes.
No, you're on point. Yep.
Yeah, I love Brett Booth. We I don't want to talk. I guess I'm kind of spoiling me and Tom shared variant, but we have him on an absolute Batman.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's go.
That is really cool because I don't think I've seen Brett do anything but Image in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting, dude.
Yeah. Excited.
So this is
the cover is fucking incredible. The cover is like, yeah, he is so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that he doesn't do more than just Image stuff. I don't know if it's just because he's so slammed over there, but
I 100% agree with you, man. He is one of the most underrated artists in comics. Him, Mike Crome, Brian Haberlin. there's a couple of guys that and girls that I think are like super underrated in current, like not overall, but right now.
Yeah.
All right, She Spawn number 3 has a really beautiful Kevin Keane B cover.
That's sick.
Yeah, I like it a
I
lot.
love
I'm
her
gonna use it
design,
for the
man. Her
thumbnail.
design is so cool.
And then look at this cover. This is the main
that one a
cover
lot.
by Marcos Fiala.
God, she's so sick, man. What a cool ass character.
Yeah. The skulls on her shoulders, huge ass fucking gun, long red hair.
The hair.
Spikes.
I
She has a
love the hair.
sword. Yeah. She's dope. And then Sonic the Hedgehog Godzilla number 1. This is for IDW. And this is interesting. This is a Natalie Haynes foil variant, 1 in 25. And depending on how it looks in foil, this could be a sneaker. Like, you know,
That should look good in foil. There's enough bright colors.
Yep. And then Tomorrow Girl number 20. They continue.
I ordered that one.
Yeah. This is Ben Dunn did this.
Yep.
Adam Hughes.
Santonio.
Adam, this is Tomorrow Girl number 20, the B cover by Ben Dunn. It's an homage to Adam Hughes' Legion of Superheroes 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would order that.
Next, we have Uncanny X-Men number 31, Nicolette Balderi variant of Jubilee. Ooh. Just a regular open order.
Series.
Like I've talked about this artist. If you go back and look at some of the stuff that Nicolette has done, it's fucking awesome. Dude.
Totally. Yep. I agree. You've been talking about her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple covers on this. I like the Yagawa, Ricky Yagawa Rogue. I don't know why, but I love Ricky Yagawa's art. Like I can't pinpoint it. Very good artist. But this is interesting seeing Rogue with the face mask, the short hair, or pulled back. Cool cover. There's a 1 in 25 Phil Noto. That's a little meh, but it is a 1 in 25 like movie poster variant.
Yeah, I like it.
And then there is a Inhuk Lee Marvel Snap variant with is that Rogue? I don't know who that is. Is that Rogue? I don't know who that's supposed to be. Phoenix, Jean Grey, maybe Jean Grey, in a bathing suit type thing.
Yeah.
For Snap. And then there's a David Mack Disability Pride variant. Hey, did you know there's a Disability Pride Month, Adam? Is that what this is?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Shout out to Bella's Comics for the $4.99 super chat.
Cover.
Oh yeah, appreciate you. I just started following Bella's Comics. David Mack. So that's a really cool. Is that Echo? Who is that?
Yeah,
it's Echo. Yeah,
it is. It's good.
Is this where the phrase "love is blind" comes from?
Love is blind. Love is deaf. Love is deaf. Isn't she deaf?
He was making a joke about the show Love is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind.
Yeah, I was just making a joke. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then I think that's it for that one. And then finally, Vampirella Summer Special 2026 number 1. This is Adriana Mello.
Mama.
Amazing.
Just a friend.
Great artist. Look at that. Holy moly. Say that again, Hood.
Mama.
Damn. Mama overload or just
Nah, it's not an overload.
It's a good one, though. It's a good one.
You'll know when it comes.
And then there's a Shannon Mayer for the main cover. So,
that's good.
With a snake trying to get a drink of the blood of the wine.
Oh, I think it's biting. It's eating the guy in the background.
Eating the guy. Is that what it is? Yeah.
And that one chick is running too.
Yeah.
Dude, let's get the fuck out of here.
And that is Beyond Wednesday's picks for F.O.C. this week. So there you go. Not too shabby. All right. Real quick, I can't not say congratulations again to Davis for fucking 230,000 on the Kickstarter. That's 1,230
crazy.
backers.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's
Did it just go up again right now?
Yeah, it just went up right as we got here.
The
So
fuck, dude?
if anybody wants to check it out, here's the link for it. we've been talking about some really killer Kickstarters of late. I talked about it earlier in the show. The Evil Ernie Omnibus just ended at like 350,000. We got the Sweet Death with Will, Jack, and Davis, and Simone Ragazzoni doing amazing interior art. A lot of really good variant covers, including Sveta, Will, Godtail, like
Cedric
Pouliot. It's
I don't know
crazy.
if you saw too that we didn't have stretch goals set up very high because some people were like seemingly I don't want to say annoyed about it, but they're like, where are the other stretch goals? And the honesty is that we just didn't expect to hit this high of a number. So we didn't have anything prepared. So we've now added a bunch of other stretch goals, and one of them is everyone who backed it is getting an extra Will Jack book. If you go to the updates section, go back up, see the updates in the top middle. You can see, so everyone's getting a wanted poster. Everyone is getting a sticker.
That's dope. I like how you did it. I was saying, that Gambit one would look cool, like Old West style. This looks better, like new like technology, almost like what was that movie with Bruce Willis?
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element style. Yeah.
And he literally drew that in the last couple of days just to like for this. Like that's a custom piece made just for as like an add-on. So everyone's gonna be getting that poster, but there you go. Everybody that has back to physical tier is getting one of those two, which you can pick. Like that's what we're letting everybody pick. If you would rather have the black or the white.
Black.
White is actually winning by.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I like the white more, but yeah, white is winning. So, but yeah, at the end of the campaign, everybody who backed a physical tier is going to be getting one of those for free.
That's
as well as a sticker and a poster and a few other things. So,
congratulations, Davis. How many more days is left on the campaign?
I think 12, maybe.
Very short campaign. Very interesting. 11 days
do you
left
have a
to
good
go.
signature, Davis?
I like to think I do.
Okay. All right, man.
Honestly,
a lot.
I wish the campaign was shorter. Everyone's all about 30-day campaigns. I was talking to Michael earlier today, and I was like, I kind of wish we had done it for like 7 days so that we could start getting it. Yeah, I don't even have it fully lettered yet, so we couldn't even go into production. But I just like things to be like quicker, punchier drops than, like 30 days just feels like so long. 15 will be good, but I like the idea of doing like a weekend long Kickstarter or something that no one's really done before.
Yeah.
I was going to buy a Campbell book today, and it was a slab 9/8 with his signature, but he had other signatures on there, and they were shit, and it looked like someone scribbled on the book, and I would have been so fucking mad if I got somebody else to sign and they had a shitty sig. I would have let them have it right there at the fucking show.
I practiced mine.
That is that's another thing I want to say. If you're somebody that might end up signing books or signing for people, have a cool signature. Spend some time on it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. Speaking of cool Kickstarters, shout out to the Dreadful 3 crew. Issue number 2 is getting ready to start. So everybody's getting their issue number 1s in, which is very, very cool. From Sveta and crew over there. But issue number 2 is getting ready to start. So I dropped the link in the chat. Go hit the notify me on launch when that happens. But it's going to be crazy. I mean, look out. I love the fucking Dreadful trio.
You know what we ought to do is start showing artists autographs and calling them out for having shitty autographs.
Or calling the
I'm
ones out
serious.
that have good ones.
Like, people got to know.
Yeah, saying you have good ones. I mean, we talk all the time about it in the baseball world.
No, people got to know the bad ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
They may have great art, but they're sick.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. You guys got any pickups? Anybody?
I
You showed
you
yours.
mine.
Yeah.
I have all these unopened boxes that I'm not going to unbox right now.
Oh yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I gotta go to bed.
I got
Yeah,
I got a really
waiting for
cool
Christmas.
Sublime like promotional anniversary set that I'm gonna show I'll show later because I want to make sure I got all the things to figure out exactly what it is. But my homie Chuck hit me up with this dope, like it's got a hardcover trade paperback comic about Sublime. It's got a shirt. It's got like a badass poster. It's got like all this cool stuff. It's some type of promotional material for maybe their latest
Nice.
tour. It's from 2025, which I think it's from 2025. So, but you know me, I love that shit. So.
Oh, I finally got a copy of Invincible Versus, the collector's edition.
Oh, that's
so.
Oh,
yeah. So shout out to Amazon for still having it.
Dope. John, you got any pickups?
Yeah, I went to a small con local in Brooklyn, Queen's Comic Party, run by my guy Billy Bombs. Shout out to him. Always does a great job. Anyway, I walked through just as basically just communicate with some people, say hello to some old friends, and I haven't been there in a while, so I ran around some tables grabbing just whatever I can that was interesting. I thought this was pretty funny. I don't know. It's Black Cat being put in some kind of a bondage situation by the Catwoman. This is the Naughty and Nice, and ironically by Comics Elite, which is our boy Dachko. So I had to grab that. Got that for like $20. So and grab some Fantastic Four. I love these custom labels. I can't wait till they do marks for monsters because I'm gonna want to see them. But I just thought it added. I mean, the grade is obviously not the best of the grade, but it just the custom label
presents pretty well, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
it actually does.
It's that corner in the top right. That probably.
Yeah, it's the back corner as well. If you look, there's like a little piece missing there, but whatever. It's a cool book to have. And then I sold one of these at Elite, so I grabbed another one.
Nice,
So
good
I'll wait
pickup.
till Claremont is at my LCS again. Have them.
You want to crack? You want to crack that one, dude?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I showed these already. Shout out to Jeff Mazza over there at Dynamite. Yeah, these are limited to 10 only in existence. So this is the set. And this is, I think I already showed these. I don't know, 10 out of 10. Yeah, so I figured with Ben 10, we'll stick to 10. And then I grabbed some more of these because I sold them already at Elite. So I got some more Hobgoblin, first Hobgoblin with the tattoos, first Venom cover.
So underrated. Such an underrated cover.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, it's actually getting. You can see they're actually trending up now. So.
Oh, are they? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
This was an Elite 11 Comics Expo exclusive. This is the Invincible One Shattered variant.
Oh, wow.
So
Sweet.
yeah, so I got that. Got this signed by Dragotta and Snyder.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is just a beautiful cover.
Great
And again, I'm
character
not
design.
a huge modern collector, but I'm really digging Absolute Batman. It's a cool read, as well as now Absolute Green Arrow and Absolute Wonder Woman. They're all pretty good. So I found this in a box.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh,
Love
nice.
Lenore, yeah. Dirge,
So,
Roman Dirge.
and it is signed and remarked.
That's
So
great.
I don't even know if the guy knew it was signed and remarked in his box because the price was ridiculously low. But
That's a tough book in general.
yeah, grab this. I thought a little Marilyn Monroe
That's beautiful.
kind of thing there.
Homage.
This I found in a box dirt cheap.
Oh yeah,
which is
Dirt
Mama.
Yeah, Dave Stevens. When I say dirt cheap, I'm thinking $30. This is
That's like $100 book, isn't it?
Yeah. So little Dave.
How many do you have
Stevens.
now?
Too many. Found this dirt cheap, know. But again, this is a guy I usually deal with. His name is Carl. Super great dealer. Anytime you run into him, grabbed one of these. Figure now's the time to have more of them. Anything He-Man, I think, is just going to go nuclear, especially the newsstands. But
yeah, the movie was good, man.
Oh yeah. A lot of people are finally seeing it and coming back. This is the cover I actually needed. I have the whole run now, so but this one here always was hard, difficult to catch up with. And then, of course, these Charlton books are hitting now. And Tom Sudden covers are just huge right now. And this is one of his covers. So I don't think this one's going to hit or blow up like his the other ones with the old guy sitting in the chair dead with the teddy bear in his lap. But, it's the #1 issue and it's his cover. So, and then I grabbed this nice little Golden Age. It's a Charlton book as well, but just grabbed it because it was a really fair price. And then for sports people, first Chicago.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is the first
84,
program.
85.
Yeah, they're little the ones they used to give out to the
Schedules.
fans when you went to the stadium.
Yeah.
And it features Michael Jordan for the first time as a Chicago Bull, which some say are his very, very first time ever appearing in anything Chicago. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's open. It's got him
Sick, bro.
on the back, and this is their schedule.
That's so dope. You got to get that graded.
So
yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to get it graded. So
nice.
But I'm going to get it.
What does it go for graded, John?
I see. I don't know what actual sales. I see because they're all over the place a little bit, but I see guys asking anywhere between as low as like 300 and as high as 1,000. But most of the grades that I see are like in the 7 area. Like 7 Beckett 7s, and I haven't seen any for PSA yet. But
this is the 85, 86.
Yeah.
Which one is there we go, 84, 85. 200 raw.
Yeah.
299 for a 7.5. 129 raw. That's not bad. 370. That's such a cool item though. It's affordable still. Here's one being bid on right now, 550 for an 8, but 299 for a 7.5. It's a cool item that I think is cool for people to know about, because a lot of people don't know it's out there, and not every collectible, like cool collectible, is super expensive, and that's a cool thing to show people that might be able to get in on it.
I picked this up today as well. This is the 1 in 1,000 metal somebody had there, and the Headless Horseman by our guy Mark Spears. And this came in the mail. Grabbed this from
Alabama.
Alabama, and he signed it in the perfect spot, man. Right on the hips there, on the jeans. Didn't mess with the art and the
beautiful.
Nice.
And then and remember this, the MegaCon drop that he did, exclusive. And then he did this really cool thing with his signature, of course, because I asked he tried to do a like a muscles, like the trade for the muscles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he drew like a little fist coming off his M, and he put the little periods in between each letter, just like the thing here. So pretty cool. I like things unique. So and but that's it.
It's cool, man.
Hey, but when you said you dealt with Carl, is that the dealer's name, like Atomic Comics Carl?
No, he's not Atomic Comics, but his name is Carl. Like if you ever go to Queen's Comic Party, Adam knows him. He's just one of the coolest guys in the world.
He's bought the stuff from me. I bought the stuff from him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Okay. He usually has really nice wall books and just awesome books in his boxes, and he's always willing to deal. There's never a time where you can't say, hey, would you do this? And he won't even entertain it. He entertains everything. So, and also grab these for the World Cup. So this is some kind of a exclusive canister that they made. Comes with 10 packs and the little program that you put the stickers in. Yeah. So
cool. Anybody else got any pickups? No? No.
I do not.
Night. Go to bed.
All right. A couple final things before we call it a night. I want to say thank you to everybody that supports Beyond Wednesdays. You guys are amazing. We're going to be really, I'm going to be really trying to, do some cool stuff on the members only stuff. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I'm working on it. Trust me. We're also working on the merchandise thing. Getting a little bit deeper. We've kind of figured it out where we're going, and you should start seeing stuff. Hopefully by San Diego, there'll be stuff to buy. So that's going to be really cool. I want to say thanks to Bella's Comics, our boy Chad Cave, Rye, Official Music Pub, Jersey to the Bay. Appreciate you guys so much. We're getting close to 10,000 subs, you guys, which is crazy. So we just got over 7,000. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button if you enjoy what you're watching. We do this every week, every Saturday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and we like to have fun over here. I hope you guys had fun watching tonight. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys when. I'm going to try and have a sale maybe late tomorrow night, and then definitely Monday night and Thursday night. We're going to be on eBay Live Sunday, Monday, and then Whatnot on Thursday. I'm going to try to go back to Phoenix Fan Fusion tomorrow. That's the plan. I don't know what time I'm going to be heading there. Probably be sometime after 2 or 3, and I'll probably be there, who knows, but it'll be a lot of fun. Shout out to Knights Comics with the $10 super chat as soon as we're ending. He says, who is going to Heroes? Looking forward to seeing you guys there. I know that Leg is going, and I know that Clutch is going. Anybody else on the panel going?
Mm-mm.
No, unfortunately, I cannot make it this year.
So that's I really wanted to go to Heroes, but it's just too close to San Diego for me this year. So it's, yeah, it's just, that's a lot of money to go fly all the way to the other side of the country right before San Diego. But I know that Leg and Clutch are trying to go. So speaking of Clutch, all you Knicks fans, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, shout out to Miles Bridges. That's my guy.
Captain Clutch.
Yeah, I really hope to see the Knicks finally win a title after growing up a Knicks fan. But shout out to all you San Antonio fans out there. The future is fucking bright. That being said, love you guys. We're going to go hang out backstage for a little bit. Adios.
Nick.